before we jump into the next one, here's a quick reminder for all of you mobile gamers out there. The ESL Mobile Open is just around the corner, so head over to Twitter right now and get all of those details. Tell your friends, build a team, and earn a spot in the finals.
Feel the lights, see the stage, hear the vibe. Pumped up to get ready for the fight. Big dreams, one chance, be the star. I'm the winner coming out of the dark.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the wait's up. That's how we know when we level up. Ay, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. That's how we know when we level up. Yeah, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. It's time, get up.
Welcome to the ESL Mobile Challenge, presenting to you Brawl Stars Season 1 for Asia Pacific 2021 Challenger. Today is day 5 of the group stages. 8 teams have made it here, but only 4 will make it to the Challenger playoffs to determine our champions for Season 1. My name is Mustachio AJ, and my co-caster for the day, the one and only Adrian Hendricks, aka Uwu the Magical.
Wow, thank you, AJ Mustachio, for that introduction. I'm pretty appreciate that. But wow, it has been a long one, and we are back again for some brawls between the nation. Well, guys, I took some of your tips. I got myself a mustache. We're gonna get into the play of the formats.
Yeah, boy. Let's take a quick look and see how can you be a part of the ESL Mobile Open as well.
This is the ESL Mobile Challenge. Over the last few months, players have been competing in 2 stages of open play, climbing the ladders each month for their chance to make it to the play-ins. In the play-ins, these top teams fought it out, and the best have made it here, to the ESL Mobile Challenge. Here, they will compete against each other each week, testing their skills, their communication, and their teamwork, all to determine who deserves to advance to the finals. It is at these finals where we will crown one team the best in their region and the ESL Mobile Challenge champions.
Well, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. From that format video, once again, we are looking to crown the best in the region. And who is it going to be for Brawl Stars? Thus far in the competition, we have seen some of those teams really set themselves apart from the rest, and some of them really struggling to find their stride in the competition. Today is day number 5. Are we going to see, the same story just continue to unfold even further? Or will today be the day where some narratives are changed, my man? Because they still have a chance if they can, clean up their act just a little bit. Some of these teams who are sitting down at the bottom might still have a chance here, Adrian.
Yeah, definitely do agree with you. Like, today is a day that it's definitely do or die for them. They need to bring up the A game. They need to replan their strategy that they have that they brought in the past few days, and seeing how it's being played out. Definitely, it's going to be very interesting today. Especially, we do have a rotation of different maps being brought in. So let's take a look at the teams that qualify into this.
Absolutely. The 8 teams, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 3 representing Japan, 3 representing Singapore, and 2 from Indonesia. And of course, they will be none other than Jupiter, Tropa Suprema, Ryro, Waffles Monster, Team Flash, Crazy Lagoon, Sunny Side Up, as well as Last Wolf, Adrian.
Seeing this top 8 played out, did their best, and right now they have to provide the best of the best for this. Let's take a look a bit of the format that they So
Yeah,
they
so
are
it's going to be a best out of 5 series here. And each and every single series, Adrian, will test the teams because it's going to be a best out of 3. So if they want to be able to pull those wins, they need to be able to be consistent. Thus far, we really have only just seen that fabled the 5th series just twice in the competition. I really wonder if day 5 will bring us to series 5 as well.
definitely will see like with the whole composition, the whole lineup, they might bring it towards today to the 5th game, and we'd love to see how they're gonna bring it up. Definitely a lot of strats, a lot of pocket things that they have to do to restructure themselves, and definitely it's a lot on the bottom. Let's take a look at the standings and see and refresh everyone a bit of the standings and what's the position of the teams and what they have to do. Can see sitting on the top, Jupiter with 0 loss. They have been on with a clean streak with 12 points, 4 wins. Meanwhile, followed up by Trooper Suprema is currently tied up with Byro on 2nd and 3rd place with 9 points, 3 wins each and 1 loss. They drop 1 ball, but meanwhile on the 4th place, they are going to tie up with the 5th place Team Flash. Waffle Monster sitting on the 4th placing does have 6 points, 2 wins and 2 losses. Same goes to Team Flash, 2 wins and 2 losses. But the bottom 3, it is do and or die. Crazy Lagoon from Japan, they have 3 points. They tied up with Sunny Side Up on the 6th and 7th placing. They have 1 win, 3 losses. Meanwhile, sitting at the bottom, the place that no one wants to be is Last Wolf with 0 win, 4 losses and 0 points. So seeing in the mid card and the bottom 3 itself, a lot of cleanup, as you said. A lot of things that they have to structure, a lot of plan that they are going to bring in. They need to throw the ball game a bit different. They have seen how the team play is. They have seen how the composition is being played out. So it is time for them to make a change.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Today might just be the day we see the Indonesians bring that change in, Adrian. Let's take a quick look at the game modes that will be running through the competition, ladies, German boys and girls. Brawl Ball, Bounty, Gem Grab, Siege, Heist, as well as Hot Zone. They will be on rotation once again each and every single day. When the teams drop in here for matches, they will be best out of 5. So you won't be seeing all 6 of these game modes. Now, let's take a quick look and see exactly what maps will be played and what will the rotation of the game modes be, Adrian?
Ooh, starting off pretty hard right there. We can see Hot Zone. The first map will be played on Ring of Fire. Second will be Siege. Some assembly required. It's going to be a recycle of that. Heist will be on Safe Zone. Meanwhile, we do get to see Bounty on Dry Season. And last, we'll close things off if they force it to Game 5. It will be Jam Grab on Double Swoosh. So we do get to see 3 maps being cycled with 5 modes that is in.
Oh, okay. So super duper exciting. I'm most definitely looking forward to Ring of Fire. It will set the pace for today. So what's the schedule for the day like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're wondering? Well, let's take a quick look at it. Sunny Side Up will open things up against Team Flash, and then Byro will take on Tropa Suprema. Sunny Side Up, they have not been doing too great in the competition, but when we saw them last week on day 4, they finally took their very first win. Team Flash, on the other hand, after losing 2 back-to-back days, made their comeback as well. So full momentum startup for Sunny Side Up as well as Team Flash. That's going to be an amazing start. Byro, on the other hand, lost their very, very first series ever on day 4. And as they take on Tropa Suprema, one of the best from the Japanese side, can they get back to their winning course, or will the losing streak start for the side of Byro? Jupiter will take on Crazy Lagoon in our 3rd series, and to close things off will be a very, very important series. Waffles Monster will be taken on Last Wolf. Last Wolf currently sitting down at the very bottom of the leaderboards. And the only way they can still qualify for the playoffs is to hope and pray that Waffles Monster as well as Team Flash stop picking up points and they do all of the winning. Can we see Last Wolf achieve something as monumental as that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's got to be a crazy day. Adrian, I am super excited, man. Day 5 is going to be lit.
Definitely do agree. Last Wolf, they have to put on all the odds, put on the statistic and the numbers, and pick up all the wins that they can. And they are just hoping that Team Flash drops a point. They're hoping for Waffle Monsters to drop the ball as well. It's going to be a far-fetched story, but they might have a chance if it happens. But I think the most important, everyone's been waiting for the first matchup of today.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's jump right in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Indonesia will be taking on Singapore. Sunny side up, the second from the bottom in the 7th position so far will be taking on the 4th seeded Singaporean team. Team Flash will be looking to see exactly what they can bring in here. My apologies, the 5th seeded Singaporean team, I have to say. Waffles Monster are the one who's sitting down in that 4th place. So let's see if or not the 5th seeds will be able to eliminate and also end the dream of Sunny side up from moving anywhere up the ladder. Very, very important series. It's going to be a heated battle. Wine, Maple Leaf, as well as Dreadlord representing the Indonesian side here, Uwu. And we've seen exactly how crazy aggressive these players can get. And, you know, and that's exactly what took them all the way to the 5th series up against the Last Wolf the last time round, right?
Do agree, like the strategy that they play out, the timing, the opportunity of window that they set up themselves, definitely they put Last Wolf on edge. Can they repeat the same thing once again? It's definitely going to be a different story today.
Yeah, Max, Sandy, Colette, the top picks for Sunny side up. The top pans will be the Byron as well as Poco. They don't really like the aggressive plays. They try to shut it down early on. And let's see if or not they will be able to do that as they will take on Team Flash. And of course, the Colette is definitely going to be a favorite pick, on the maps today as well. Let's see if or not they will be dropping her in or it's going to be a permanent ban. Team Flash will be bringing in Kudi A's response site as well as CZK. Now, although CZK has been, a sub in this competition for all this while, we quite honestly have seen him shine one of the brightest within this team.
Yeah, definitely do agree that CZK, he just picked up the opportunity to play in and do his best because, well, playing as a sub, you don't get much of a play time, but once you get him on towards the lineup, definitely getting to see him, how he's going to pop off, do as much as possible and prove to everyone that he belongs in Team Flash. And taking a look at the overall top picks that they are picking up Jane, Max, and Carl a lot, and they still have a hatred towards Poco. One of the top bans is going to be Poco, the other one will be Bell. Do want to avoid all this aggression, playing a bit much more safer this time, but seeing how all this composition and lineup, it all going to be depend on the last thing that they have is how are they going to execute it on the map and on the mode itself.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, as far as the bans and picks go, you said it absolutely spot on, right, Adrian? If you bring in the best of champs, but you don't really have the strategy to execute it well on these maps, things are going to change. I mean, let's take a look at the first map itself. It's going to be Ring of Fire, Hot Zone, and only one of these hot zones to come in and pick those points off from. Only one opportunity. It's not going to be split in two where, you don't really have to worry about the aggression of your enemies early on. It's not going to be that messy. It has to be super calculated. Brawlers, those champs who have got pretty high damage, but they won't be able to really take these long range battles. They are definitely not going to be able to make a pass on this map at all. Those mid to long range brawlers, the sharpshooters, will definitely be able to shine, shooting across the cactuses and all. But let's see exactly how these two teams take this strategy. Are they going to be making mistakes even at the drafts as well as, bringing those brawlers into the map itself? Or are they going to bring in the perfect concoction and just like you said, Uwu, maybe not play it to perfection? Gene Bell, the Sunny Side Up bans. And as for Team Flash, they'll be removing Poco as well as El Primo. And do not be alarmed. Yes, I understand. El Primo will not be able to torture the side of Team Flash a lot in the first map, but these bans will be lasting throughout the whole series. That means this whole game, these brawlers will not be able to be brought into the game.
Yeah, quite interesting seeing from the side of Sunny Side Up. They do not want to handle a Jin and a Bell, but for the side of Team Flash, they are playing a bit much more safer, taking out Poco and El Primo. But the Team Flash, I'm a bit worried for them, especially for the first map and the first mode itself for Hot Zone and Ring of Fire. We have seen how Sunny Side Up, they play a bit mental game, especially on Ring of Fire, how they open up themselves, they create the opportunity, they create the lineup that they have jumping behind from the wall itself in towards the zone. So Team Flash, they really need to create the zone, they really need to create that space itself. So they need to address that issue from Sunny Side Up. Sunny Side Up are going to try to pop up once again if they are able to take back the same synergy and the same strategy that they have. But for Team Flash, they might want to play towards the right side more, towards the east side, control the map from there, and if they have anyone that can lurk around, they can just basically jump from the back line, take out anyone from the left, Team Flash should play on the right side. Meanwhile, they need to be careful on the left side because the barrier, if they are playing from top to bottom to top. Meanwhile, for Team Sunny Side Up, they just need to dictate the tempo. They just need to repeat what they have been doing on Hot Zone, especially on Ring of Fire.
Yeah, and to your point, right, we fall back again to what sort of brawlers can be brought in. Those long-range brawlers, short range, not really going to be effective, but the medium-range brawlers, I would say, is the best to bring into this map. They should be able to control the Hot Zone really well. The perfect brawler, as an example, that can be brought in here, who will be very, very effective, especially with a super, is going to be Pam, right, Adrian? So I'm really looking forward to that, because she should be able to drop her turret in there, boost the healing for her team members, and be able to, allow her own brawlers to sit in the Hot Zone a little bit longer than the opponents will be expecting. But I don't really expect all three brawlers to be jumping into the Hot Zone. We definitely need a couple of them. I'm foreseeing one of these teams, they're going to be going in here on a split. One will be taking the very edge just behind the river, right? And they want to be situated there. And most probably we will be seeing these medium range throwers in there who will be able to toss over the water all of those artillery just to ensure the opposition does not step into the Hot Zone. And the sharpshooters will be able to take advantage by shooting right across those cactuses to make sure the approach from the right or the left hand side does not happen. So a lot of strategies can be played here. You can make your opponents back away on a defensive gameplay and take those opportunities to take that Hot Zone. You can drop in with absolute firepower, snuff your opponents out, and then sit in that Hot Zone. We've seen commanding gameplays with so many of these teams so far. The one thing that I'm worried about Sunny Side Up is they are not very aggressive from the get-go, Adrian. And in a map like this, that aggression is definitely needed. If you don't step up, you're not going to be able to get those points.
Yep, do agree with you. Sunny Side Up, they don't really play that aggressive. They are more of a balanced team that can play the kiting game. If they are able to play the kite game on the Hot Zone itself, it's definitely going to be really, really good for them, a very great advantage. But Team Flash, they might want to go for the aggression. You can see right there, 15 few seconds, we get to see the first bird being popped.
Okay, now let's see exactly what will happen here. Racking up the percentage on their side. Sunny Side Up stepping into the Hot Zone for just a few seconds. That Dreadlord very beautifully stepping behind the cactuses will be able to avoid sight. But for how long? He is healing up. The shot will be coming through from CZK. Shuts him down. And Team Flash has the Hot Zone once again, Adrian.
Yeah, as you were talking about the aggression, and Team Flash, they just put it out. They put people on towards the map and shows that this is how aggressive they can be. They are gonna control the mid map itself. They are gonna flush out and take out any of the tall grass from the right side. So definitely for the side of Sunny Side Up, they are having a big issue of fighting this.
Oh, I love it, man. This is Team Flash perfection. Look at CZK. He's already burned up all of the tall grass on the right-hand side corner of the map, which means there's absolutely zero space for Maple to drop in and try to get a gank on CZK. Goody Ace is going to be safe as well. 97%. This is a hands-down victory for the Singaporean Zuo.
Yep, I think in the start of the match, Singaporean, they have a very good breakfast and they pick up the first round. Definitely do you agree seeing how Team Flash, they play super aggressive, they play the map control, dictate how Sunny Side Up movement is, they cut off resources, they cut off routes for entry, and Sunny Side Up just got beaten up.
And, you know, when you don't really have the right-hand side of the map, of course, if you're taking the bottom side and pushing up to the top, that's really, really going to put you in a sticky situation because you will be able to bring your throwers into that right-hand side. You will be able to access your enemy's side of the map just to be able to distract them a little bit. And that was a play that Sunny Side Up just could not exploit at all. Why? Because there just wasn't tall grass there for them to hide and they had to back away to the long strip of grass. But that was just not enough at all to make any sort of an approach towards the hot zone. Every single moment they step out of that tall grassy area, that one single strip that they had, they get snuffed out. And from that point on, you know, CZK as well as his team, Team Flash, they already had so much of momentum in that game that it was absolutely impossible for Sunny Side Up to make a comeback, Adrian.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Sunny Side Up having a problem right here. They need to address it. They need to force the issue. They have to step up, put on the aggression, try to put pressure on CZK, force CZK to fall back, and definitely they have to dictate the whole map control and the whole gameplay itself. So they have a tall order and they have to protect their tall grass as well.
Oh my god. Did he just get killed so fast through? Okay, now we're going to be jumping right back through. And this is what I want to see Sunny Side Up do, right? I want them to gang up on Sight. Sight is dropping in here. Two players should be able to drop in, take him out from the left, access the side of Team Flash from the left-hand corner grass, and then be pressuring the side of Team Flash. But, you know, this is Sight just going in, shutting all of them down. And the Singaporeans are having a damn good time at the hot zone.
They are soaking it up. They are just feeding in this aggression. Look at Coop, the ace, having no fear. Still staying alive. Oh my god. Team Flash is just on aggression. They are not letting anything stopping them. Look at the map control. How is Sunny Side Up giving up so much?
Yeah, okay, now finally the invade is going to be taken by Dreadlord up the top left-hand corner. Maple not putting in the pressure. Finally will be able to push through, but Dreadlord not speaking in unison. Sunny Side Up, the communication just isn't there, Adrian. And if it was there, we should be able to see them pick more of these points up. 97% now, a hands-down victory for the Singaporeans once again.
Yup, Team Flash just control, just making all the opportunity, making all the way towards the hot zone, controlling the game, and Sunny Side Up just play it into the hands of Team Flash. The game went by in a flash as well.
and here's the part where I really start worrying for the Indonesian. Sunny Side Up, they always have this habit where they leave it to the final moment to make a great comeback. Yes, it gets, you know, things a little exciting, but you cannot be doing it against a team like Team Flash. They've been able to take so many of the matches thus far against Last Wolf. They even took on Byro and beat them 3-0. Sunny Side Up cannot underestimate the side of Team Flash, and they need to be able to take a more aggressive game. This is something that you and I have already spoken about. But clearly, Sunny Side Up has got zero plans in doing so. Hopefully, they do learn from the very hard lesson Team Flash has taught them, though, because as we step into the next match in some assembly required, this is going to be Siege. If you're not aggressive, you don't get the bolts. If you don't get the bolts, a very, very strong Siege bot is going to make you regret it, Uwu.
Definitely a very aggressive Siege bot. We definitely going to punish you. Sunny Side Up, as you say, Game 1, the first mode, they have seen how the aggression is coming from Team Flash. So definitely they have to rectify it. They have to put on the aggression. They have to turn things around, change it up, and switch towards an aggressive mode. They have to play it out. They have to control and dictate the whole tempo. Because if they're gonna let it into towards the hands of Team Flash, I'm just worried that the bot alone will not be an issue, but the player alone might just go in and just strike on towards the Siege itself.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, that's definitely something that Sunny Side Up needs to be looking out for. It's a fact, okay? It's a fact that Team Flash is going to take a very aggressive game up against them. I don't know how is Sunny Side Up going to be bringing in the composition to take this fight, but I want to see them bring in the brawlers that can slow the Siege bot down. Because if they can buy themselves a little bit of time, they just need to hold Siege bot number 1 back, and they need to focus on collecting the bolts for Siege bot number 2. If they do not do that, I really do not see them picking up a win, because, you know, Siegebot number 1 most definitely will fall into Team Flash's hands if they continue allow Team Flash to play the aggressive gameplay that they are so used to and love.
Yep. Alright. Just thinking of a scenario based on the information that you given. For the side of Sunny Side Up, if they really like and love to play the combat mechanics and the combat strategy, definitely, alright, they might let the first bot towards the side of Team Flash. Second bot itself, as you say, it's really important. They need to snowball from that point. They need to control and be able to make that push. And for the third bot, if there is a third bot, it's going to be very important that they have to control it. They have to stop anyone from the side of Team Flash to collect any bots. And nonetheless, we are in the second mode, Sunny Side Up. They are down by 1 game. Can they pick up the pace?
Okay, Wine bringing the bull in, trying to take CZK out. CZK dropping the puck against him, but will not be able to snuff Wine out just yet. CZK still staying alive, and so far Team Flash has managed to pull 2 balls up already. I'm afraid that this is going to be a problem that Sunny Side Up cannot deal with. Now, they are trying to hold the Siege bot back, and I don't know if or not they will be able to pull this off. The damage has already been put on. 38% is way too much, Adrian.
Yeah, especially for the first bot itself. That is just way too much damage. Sunny Side Up shouldn't soak that much. They have to control. Okay, this is the second bot, as we were talking about. They have to be able, but looking at the bolt that Team Flash have, it's just getting out of control. Sunny Side Up has to stop Team Flash from making any more advancement.
Okay, now let's see if or not that will happen, because so far it looks like Sunny Side Up needs to just hold this back. If they can hold the Siege bot back, they should be able to bring in a Siege of their own and place the damage, but Team Flash knows that might happen, and they will bring in the pressure. They'll take out the save. Siege has been taken by the Singaporeans in such a astounding fashion once again, Nobu.
Yeah, I think it happened somewhat similar to last week. It's a situation between, do I go for the Siege bot or do I go for the player? It's like they are kind of confused. See the bull charging towards the player. Meanwhile, do see the other 2 players from the side of Sunny Side Up. They are trying to get on towards the Siege bot itself. They might need to focus and funnel all their energy and all their effort into one and really focus down. They have to go tunnel vision onto this. They have to have an idea and a goal in mind, and then just go for it. They can't have a secondary plan midway, because it might disrupt the one that they have.
they seem to be doing something very, very wrong. And the thing that they're doing wrong is, number one, clearly they're not able to pick those balls up. They need to take my advice and slow the siege bot down. How do we do that? We can bring a Bali in. We should be able to, even the tick should be able to suffice in situations to drop into the grassy areas and place the pressure onto some of these players, right? Look at CZK as he will continuously back into that grassy area for the defensive side. And just like that, Team Flash will be sending Siege Bot number 1, albeit a level 2, but we've seen already how a level 2 bot can affect the game and take Sunnyside up, down early on. And this will be the damage. Ooh, down to 20%. This time they do slightly better, and I like that the fact that Dreadlord has brought BB back in here. He should be able to bat the bot back a little bit, but they need to focus in on getting the sieges for themselves as well here, Uwu.
Yeah, they definitely need to get the ball itself. I love how they play the defensive for the side of Sunnyside up for the first spot. They back it off towards the right side. Meanwhile, for the side of Team Flash, they play on towards the top left side. So they address the aggression. They respect the gameplay from Team Flash, but they need to respond. And right now, they are responding with a level 5 bot, but will it reach?
Oh, look at this, man. Team Flash doing it to this is what I mean. This is what Sunnyside Up needs. They need to slow the siege bot down. They are not doing that. Even with Dreadlord bringing BB in, we didn't see the siege bot getting hit back. The siege bot just walked up front, put on the 20% damage. And here's the problem. 15 seconds to the next siege bot, and Team Flash already has 8 bolts in their hands. I'm afraid it might all be over, my friend.
Yeah, this might be over. I'm not sure how Sunnyside Up will want to defend a level 12 bot. This is definitely going to be real interesting. Are they going to go focus onto the siege bot, or are they going to go focus onto the player? I think that for the side of Team Flash, they are not even interested to go for the push. Meanwhile, for the side of Sunnyside Up, they have a tall order to defend this, and they are just going to soak it up.
Unfortunate, my man Adrian. Absolutely unfortunate the way they take this. This is 2 games back to back now that they have dropped against the Singaporeans, and for one reason, they're not able to take the aggressive gameplay. Their composition with the brawlers that they're bringing into the game, they are not able to execute it well. And unfortunately, it's a situation that you and I both talked about, right? Situation A is bringing in the right brawlers but not being able to execute it well. Situation B is just not bringing in the right brawlers to help yourself. I really wanted to see Bali be brought in there because he should have been able to slow down as well as burst on the enemies, right? Slowing down the siege bot is a move that you cannot take too lightly. If at all they were able to slow down the first siege bot, maybe that could have given them a little bit more momentum, right? I mean, let's not talk about the second siege bot because that guy was just absolutely impossible for Sunnyside Up to defend against.
Yeah, definitely agree with you, but they have to put the siege at the back and head into heist. This is the only chance that they have to prolong their opportunity to grab the point. So definitely playing on heist, especially safe zone, they have a lot of thinking to put in mind. So it's quite balanced out. There's not much of a tall grass area, slight medium open area to play with in the middle zone. But the second layer, the moment they go for the backline, that is where all the mystery leads. They have a lot of place to defend. There are a lot of mystery, a lot of very sneaky play coming in from both sides. So can Team Flash control and dictate and just get out of control, or can Sunnyside Up defend this? They have to play it smart this time. They really have to play it smart because this is the only chance that they can to buy themselves some time before forcing it to game number 4 or maybe game number 5 as well.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this, right, Adrian? I'm going to count Sunnyside Up out of this match already, out of the series, because, dude, the map setup of Safe Zone is just layered in a way whereby you need to be able to take an aggressive stance and push up all the way to the mid segment of the map. Once you've reached the mid segment of the map already, if you've got a thrower on your hand and if you've got an 8-bit to just toss all of those bombs over to the safe, you will be able to do that damage. You bring in the Colette from that midway part, you can just move into the mid segment between the two legs and then go in for the hit onto the safe and then bounce back. So many strategies, but they will need aggression, which Sunny Side Up just does not have. And I think they're going to lose 2 back-to-back in here, unfortunately for them. Now, Dreadlord, look at this, right? They are holding such a defensive position, allowing the side of Team Flash to control that mid area so early on. And this is going to be problem.
Yeah, definitely do agree with you. This is the problem that Sunny Side Up, they gave way too much space, way too much aggression, but they have to play onto the defensive gameplay. Not really sure what they can do, but they will try the best. They have already soaked up 50 damage on the safe. Can they afford to take on more? This is gonna be very hard. But seeing how Team Flash playing it like a textbook, knowing when to push, knowing when to go for the gameplay, and they are just poking the side of Sunny Side Up. They are poking the egg. Not really sure what Sunny Side Up can do in this situation.
Yeah, this is the opportunity. They need to go and push up right now. Wayne will be able to pressure side. Maple going in for the push, but Dreadlord is just hanging back, ladies and gentlemen. Still playing the defensive game. I do not understand this from the side of Sunny Side Up. Now, are we going to be able to see Dreadlord survive this? 190 HP, 78. There you go. CZK snuffs him out. Maple going up for the push now. Wayne will be able to defend as the Crow, but then gets snuffed out by Coutier's once again. And this is not going to be a game that Sunny Side Up will be able to win playing like this, Adrian.
This is just way too early to see from the side of Sunny Side Up. Getting control, getting pushed within the first few seconds, and look at ZZK having no fear, jumping into the face of Maple Leaf. This might be over.
Yeah, it's all over, man. 20 seconds. There's no way Sunny Side Up can aggress up. No way Sunny Side Up can take away more than 30% damage from the safe itself. Wayne now attempting to go in for the push. And this is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Absolutely impossible. The Singapore is on CZK. Look at this guy, man. Going in for the jump. And the damage being dropped by side. 18% Sunny Side Up is left with. The Singaporeans flashing through with yet another victory.
Yeah, Team Flash coming in with the domination. They just need one more round to close things off and hit the buff, because they might be able, and I think they will be able to close things off for 3-0 in the series and matchup against Sunny Side Up. Sunny Side Up, they have to take this with a very hard time. They have to take this, drop down the notes, and know what to do next, especially for the following updates. They have to turn things around. They have to address what is wrong with their whole composition, what is wrong with their whole strategy. Bring in, as you say, bring in the wrong brawler at the wrong time. Bring in the right brawler, not executing it at the right time.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely unfortunate, right? Allowing the side of Team Flash to take that aggressive play, which is why I said before this match started that I really do not see any possibilities at all for the Singaporeans to be defeated on safe zone, because it's just the kind of map that aggression really does you a lot of favors. And we've seen a perfect example of why that is so. And if at all Sunny Side Up is able to push up front, that's not going to be the solution. Then that is where we have to take a little bit of what you have said into account as well, Adrian, bringing the right brawlers in, right? Who are they going to be? Because if you're playing a sharpshooter like, 8-bit or Brock or even Colt, it's better to stay in the left lane where you can easily target the opponent safe. But in order to be able to bring these gems in first, they need to do it, man. They need to do it. I mean, with 8-bit, you should also be able to block out one of the accesses towards that mid area, right? And that's also going to be able to stave off some of the aggression that the Singaporeans are bringing into the game. And I just don't see Sunnyside Up doing any of these things. And if they don't start, there's no way of making a comeback in here.
Yeah, definitely do agree with you. Like, I feel like Sunnyside Up today might be a bad day for them. And they have to, for this last round, and this last chance, they really have to play 100% to perfection. They cannot let down. They cannot give up. This is the only chance for them to fight for survival and fight for an opportunity to be alive on the standing. We have to take a look. Dreadlock, they are taking up on the aggression, but the punish coming from Team Flash. Wow.
Look at this, Adrian. Look at what CZK is doing. He has burnt up all of the tall grass on the left-hand side for Wayne. Wayne has got no cover. He's out in the open. And now I know for a fact that CZK is going to aggress up towards the center point as well and burn up all of those tall grass. Wayne, on the other hand, will be able to make that access in with that Colette. And this is what I'm talking about. Finally, Sunnyside Up is able to bring in that access with the Colette. But Maple and Dreadlock not doing enough just yet. Can they keep it up, Uwu?
Yeah, this is the time for Sunnyside Up to take things into account. But look at Cookie is having no fear, walking into the face of the enemy. And he's still walking around, staying alive. Can he do for more? Dreadlock will be able to take him down. This is the opportunity. This is Sunnyside Up time. They have to go for the push. They have to go for the aggression.
Oh, now Maple managing to just pull one shot off there. Wayne isn't able to aggress up forth any longer at the moment, at the very least, because of CZK. Oh, beautiful blaze up in there. CZK is looking to burn up a little bit of that tall grass right in front of the safe as well. Sunnyside Up, they need to be able to see exactly how to do this. Wayne, are we going to be able to see him shut down CZK? Dreadlock needs to help him out as well to take CZK out of action. CZK is just too effective on this map, too effective on this game mode. Side pulling in the perfect distraction from the right hand side, and this is all over, Uwu.
Wow. As you say, it is all over. Against Sunnyside Up just got your egg beaten and stirred, and breakfast has been served. Team Flash will pick up the first series today.
Wow.
Sunnyside Up dropping 3 games in a row against Team Flash.
Oh, brilliance, man. Absolute brilliance being brought in here by Team Flash. The Singaporeans take one of the most perfect series ever in the Brawl Stars Mobile Challenge so far, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. What an amazing showing. Unfortunately for Sunnyside Up, that's another loss they'll have to tank. That's the fourth loss, my apologies, in total for the Indonesian side here, Uwu.
Yeah, Sunnyside Up, they are not looking good on the standing, and with that performance, I feel like a lot of teams, they will learn a lot that to go up against Sunnyside Up, they need to put on the aggression, they need to control, dictate, and they might just crack the egg on top of Sunnyside Up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, you know, unfortunately for Sunnyside Up, they now have lost 4 of the series. Lucky for them, they've managed to pick 1 up, right? And they, once again, have to hope and pray that Waffles Monster, as well as maybe Crazy Lagoon, continuously lose all of the remainder of the series in the competition for them to even stand a chance in here. Well, let's take a quick look at the highlights, Uwu, and see exactly, once again, how the Singaporeans took an amazing victory in the opening series here.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Sunnyside Up just got themselves served. Team Flash, on the other hand, did what they can. Play it by the textbook. But for Sunnyside Up, I will take on the words that you say that they need to hope that Crazy Lagoon drop a game. But today they will be going up against Jupiter. So they might have a chance to see Crazy Lagoon dropping the ball, but
Yeah.
for Waffle Monster going up against Last Wolf, the odds is a bit stacked, so I do feel it might be a bit hard to hope for Waffle Monster to drop the ball against Last Wolf. A lot of hopes, a lot of positivity. They still can put their hopes up, but it doesn't look like the sun is shining down on them.
Yeah, it doesn't look so at all, man. And this was the part where we wanted to see the aggression come in from Sunny Side Up. We just didn't see it. They allowed Team Flash to make the access towards their safe so early on, and they would lose game number 1. Game number 2, though, I have to say, it was a much better showing from Sunny Side Up. The only one, unfortunately, was Wayne. He was the only one making that effort to go up forth with his Colette. But that Colette had close to 0 support, Adrian. And this is just not how you win around in Brawl Stars. The teamwork definitely has to be 100% solid. And this is not the first time that we are seeing a potential communication breakdown within the side of Sunny Side Up itself, right? We also noticed in Hot Zone where one of the players was going up for the aggressive push, but the follow-up just wasn't coming through from the players. If at all those follow-ups were pinpoint accurate, we would not see Sunny Side Up losing so many of these series, just like how they've now once again lost against the Singaporean side. Are we going to be able to see them make a comeback? Well, today's definitely not the day. We have to wait for tomorrow. They are all done and dusted. Series number 2 excites me very, very much, my dear brother. Byro taking on Tropa Suprema. Now, Byro is the 3rd seed, Tropa Suprema the 2nd seed in the competition so far, just overtaking them based on what happened last week when Byro finally dropped a series, right? Are we going to be able to see Byro shoot their way up again? Because it literally means shooting up the board, right? Shooting up the, total scoreboard. Why? It is only because 9 points between the two of them. Everything is equal between these two squads here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Byro going up against Super Suprema is a 50-50 ball game right here that we have on hand. Byro, they need to pull something out from the head and put it on the table. Meanwhile, for the side of Super Suprema, they need to go for the redemption, that they need to put themselves back in the lead against Byro. So it is do or die between these two teams. They are still safe on the top of the board, but fighting for the safety, fighting for the lead itself, try to tie things up. Jupiter, they really need to put all they can. We might be able to see all 5 games being played today for this matchup for the 2nd series.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, are we going to be pushing it all the way to Series 5, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Well, that is later. For now, we have a interview session with Team Flash. If I'm not mistaken, it should be CZK with us once again. Let's jump in, Adrian.
Yep.
And there you go, CZK. Welcome back and congratulations on such a commanding victory over the Indonesians, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, first question in here. How nervous were you guys stepping into the game today? Or statistically, seeing Sunny Side Up's performance, were you guys stepping in here with confidence? Because clearly you guys knew exactly what you wanted to do and you guys pulled it off perfectly.
We are quite confident heading into the games, but we still have a lot of respect to the opponent as well. We trying to get cocky and just play the game as to other opponents, like we just stay the same composure. Yeah.
Brilliant. Uwu?
Wow, seeing how commanding lead and how aggressive that you guys been playing, is this something that you will want to continue on, or you want to pull back a bit of the strategy like for the upcoming days itself?
You have to wait and see.
Ooh, surprise.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. The setback of losing to a team like Jupiter, because thus far, right, Team Flash, you guys have taken on Tropa Suprema. Unfortunately, you guys had to tank a 3-0 loss. It was the same story with Jupiter as well, right? You guys will definitely have been in the background getting all of your studies done. How confident are you meeting them in the playoffs and taking this victory once again? Do you think you've already cracked the code, or it's still going to be a tough mountain to climb?
I don't think we had already cracked the code. There's still a lot to learn. Yeah, so we're just taking one step at a time and just watch all the games that they played against other opponents, and we can learn more of everything.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Ooh, buddy.
Oh, I guess anything for you to say to your fans and actually for your supporters at home, especially in the home country in Singapore.
Thanks to all our fans that support us, and we will play our best and try to get every win that we can achieve.
Well, if you guys continue playing like the CCK, I have got no doubt at all that's exactly what you'll continue doing. Good luck in winning all of the rest of the series within the group stages itself, buddy. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, take care, buddy. Take care.
Right.
All right, there you go, Uwu. That was series number 1. What a flashy show by Team Flash, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Lion City representing. But are we going to be able to see another Lion City representing squad light the scene up as Byro takes on Tropa Suprema? The Japanese side has definitely shown that they have what it takes to climb up the leaderboard so far and sit down right below Jupiter, their brethren from Japan as well. And now Byro has the opportunity just to slide themselves between the two. Let's see if or not that is gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely will be interesting to see how Byro going up against Tropa Suprema, the lineup itself, the composition, the strategy that they are gonna bring towards the table, they are gonna bring towards the game itself, because it will happen in a moment. Byro going up against Tropa Suprema, it will be our second match of today. Singapore going up against Japan.
Okay, now let's see if or not the team up of Aaron, Vex, as well as Seichi will be able to get the job done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, this is a squad that has already defeated Team Flash, the team that you just saw performing so well against Sunny Side Up. And if that's the case, how will Byro be able to take this up against them? And let me also put this out there. Team Flash had beaten Byro 3-0 in the previous day of the group stages. Gene, Max, as well as Carl, the top picks for Byro. Their top bans, Stu as well, mainly coming in from the previous season. Stu, this season is definitely a pain in the side for quite a number of these maps. So I'm very sure those bans will continue in here as well. Ooh.
Yeah, definitely do look at how Byro pick and ban, but they can't put down the mechanical side of Tropa Suprema. We do have Aaron, Rohi, Moneko, and Orotan. That is gonna make up the whole lineup of Tropa Suprema. I guess we do have to see who is the better Aaron, because we do have 2 Aaron in the game in this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely, man. One day if they'll actually fight each other, it'll be super confusing. Gene, Max, MC at the top picks for the side of Tropa Suprema. I love it whenever Tropa Suprema drops that M's into these games. Absolutely deadly. The top bans, very similar to Byro, Stu, as well as Bell. What do you think about that, Adrian?
I do feel like Tropa Suprema, they are playing towards the strategy, but this, as you said, this is the last season. This season, there might be something different. You might see like El Primo being banned. Poco is one of an Irish band that a lot of people take out because they do not want to go up against that aggression. They do want to go up against the front line of Poco. Poke can go for a lot of damage, but let's take a look between Byro and Tropa Suprema. What are they taking out for this matchup?
Ooh, you are absolutely spot on, Adrian, right? El Primo as well as Poco, the two brawlers that you pointed out, both taken off the list by Byro. Tropa Suprema responding by coming in with the ban on Bell as well as El Primo. So Poco still can be brought in by Byro. Let's see if or not they will be playing it. But, the probability isn't that high. They don't really bring this, wonderful healer into those games.
Yep, seeing how Trooper Suprema, they are playing a bit. They love to play the mechanical style. They like to play the very static stick of the brawler itself. So playing Poco might not be something that they want. It might be a pick, but then it's not like a top pick for them. It's not going to be like the golden key for them towards the victory. So taking out Poco might not be a big issue. I think Trooper Suprema are happy. They're just gonna pick it up, sure. Leave us with more options to choose on the brawler pool itself. Meanwhile, for the side of Trooper Suprema, it might be a bit punishing taking out some of the brawlers that they do feel like it is going to be an issue. It's going to be a potential of threat coming from the side of Byro.
Absolutely, man. Now, in contrast to what we have seen in series number 1, where we only had one team aggressing, this time round, it's going to be a totally different picture because both Byro as well as Tropa Suprema, very, very aggressive teams. But, just like what CZK mentioned earlier, both of these sides, they know how to respect their opponents, right? They will be able to keep that distance because they know what happens when they drop in. And immediately, they equalize each other. Aaron as well as Seiji being dropped. Maul will get taken down. Will they be able to come back with a response? No. It's a back-to-back. Ryohei goes down as well. And Byro will be able to aggress up a little bit at least as a response. And now the comeback gameplay might just be there as Vex continues to pick all of these points up. And I love what Tropa Suprema is doing here. They're not even going in for the hot zone just yet. They focus in on taking Zeichi out from the left, and then they drop in for those points to pressure Vex away from the hot zone. Tropa Suprema as well as Byro are playing hot zone perfection right now.
Yeah, they are just mirror matching each other, but seeing the way how Tropa Suprema, they are putting themselves up. They get it pop up wide and often from the side of Byro. Byro is just gonna punish them as much as possible. Looks like Tropa Suprema might lose the left flank, so they have to play on towards the right flank, much more aggressive into the hands of the side of Byro. Byro just need to dictate this tempo, need to hold on to this game plan that they have. They might be able to hold on to this lead.
Oh, amazing, man. Byro has been able to jump up to the 63-point mark.
Aaron
going in for the dive. Very bad dive. He misses miserably, gets taken out, and the response immediately drops as Vex gets eliminated. Aaron trying to take a Ryohei out. Mechanical ability, my man. But a 2-on-1 situation. Aaron and Vex will together eliminate him. And now, both of the players onto the hot zone. Aaron picking those points up. Vex going to try to hold the line of Tropa Suprema back. Are we going to be able to see the Singaporeans pick up match number 1? Aaron gets dropped once again by Aaron, and that's the matchup that you wanted to see, Uwu. Maybe the Singaporeans will be able to pull this off. Byro at the 85-point mark now. Are we going to be able to see the balance 10% get closed off? Aaron gets dropped. Aaron is the one who's right in front. Don't mistake me. The one that's alive is Tropa Suprema's Aaron. The one that got snuffed out was Byro's Aaron. Vex as well as Heichi trying to aggress up. Final 10% in here, but Tropa Suprema, they are catching up, and they are catching up fast. Small goes down. This is the finisher. Aaron goes in for the dive. Very, very bad. No. Are we going to be able to see Byro Aaron finish this off? Game over!
What a game, and that is only round number 1. Tropa Suprema dropping the ball towards the side of Byro. That's just the first round. That's just the game. The first game. It's not even the series yet, and they have been putting on to a neck-to-neck fight. I guess this is going to be a long one. As Tropa Suprema, they might want to bounce back. They have seen the aggression coming from the side of Byro. Can they respond back? It's a bit more towards the spacing from the side of Tropa Suprema. They need to address that. Meanwhile, for the side of Byro, they just need to keep up the momentum, keep up the same strategy that they have in mind, and then they might keep on winning more and more.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is definitely the highlight series of the day. And match number 1 within series number 1 itself has already proven that both teams very, very capable of taking the fight up against each other. Byro, who hasn't been able to, take on Team Jupiter and shut them down, has been able to take the first game against Tropa Suprema. But quite honestly, it means, they weren't able to take on Team Flash and win, not Jupiter earlier, sorry. But, as they were taking on Tropa Suprema, they've been able to take one game away. It's not the full, set itself. It's just match number 1 out of this. It is a best out of 3 in set number 1. We can't forget that. So the opportunity for a comeback is still alive. And if anything, that game was so close. I do not, think that it's going to be way too far off for the side of Tropa Suprema to pull one back into the bag, right after this. Ooh.
Triple Suprema, they might have to reset. They have to rethink of the strategy. They've seen the aggression from Byro. Okay, this time, the second one, they have to think things around. They have to address it. They have to play it well. They might not want to lose the left flank anymore. They want to put on the aggression. They might want to put Aaron on that side, since that Aaron was playing on the right side in the early few seconds. Then they have to rotate around. They got back the map control. They got back the hot zone itself. So they might have addressed it mid-game. They have to do it again for the second round. So definitely they are addressing it, but can they execute it at the same time? They have to put it on the paper. As you see, Trooper Suprema, an early start and early control coming from them.
Oh, Vex just tossing all of the artillery towards the side of Tropa Suprema. But it's just way too easy for them to avoid the shots from this 8-bit. Now Aaron will be aggressing in. Byro, what a play, man. Vex will be able to aggress on. But unfortunately, they will not be able to take Maul out. He is just a little too powerful at the moment. Aaron is Vex dropping in right back. But Tropa Suprema now, with 42% of the hot zone conquered, it looks like they might just be able to wrap this up quick. Aaron trying to prevent them from closing this off any time faster than they are attempting to do so. Vex will be able to snuff him out, unfortunately, as Aaron will fall. Tropa Suprema can continue picking these points up.
Yeah, Aaron trying to do his best, collect as much as possible, but Super Suprema have to go for the reset. For the side of Byro, they are able to take the hot zone, but they are getting punished because they are not getting any support or any of the teammates back into the fight. But Trooper Suprema is the one getting punished back. Oh, this is just back and forth. Trooper Suprema, Byro, they are just trading it off. Aaron jumping towards the back of the line.
Oh, Aaron gonna get snuffed out. Vex runs away. This 8-bit, is he gonna get hunted down by the Crow? Aaron going in, aggressing up. Hey, beautiful shot coming in from Aaron, helping him out as well. But Byro's Aaron finally takes out Tropa Supremas. How is Byro's Aaron still surviving this, man?
Oh, so close. Byro Aaron just doing and just juking around. But meanwhile, for the side of Trooper Suprema, they have regained. They are answering to the first round question, and they pick up game. The second round tie things off. The next one will be the one to decide the first game and the first map before heading into Siege and some assembly required.
Yeah, and this is so predictable. It is so expected from both of these teams. I expect nothing less from Byro as well as Tropa Suprema. And this is just going to be a tiring series for you and me, Uvu, because these boys are going to take everything out of us and drag us all the way up to series number 5. Even if they don't want to, I want them to do so because it's just super exciting to watch these battles between the two, right? They take it to perfection, and that's exactly why we are at a 1-all situation now, because Byro played it really well, but Tropa Suprema still managing to take one step above them and outplay them even at that, right? Aaron did bring in the Crow earlier on for Tropa Suprema. that Crow just could not get all of the assassinations done well. The jumps that he was going in for, the dives just kept falling flat. He went flat on his face and he just got snuffed out again and again and again. And this is what I love about Tropa Suprema. They don't underestimate themselves, and they don't question their own decisions. They don't go back into match number 2 and switch the Crow out for a different brawler. They bring that Crow back in there because they knew, hey, you know what? No idea why I wasn't hitting that, but I will be able to snuff them out. And Aaron was on fire, man. There were many situations where this Crow just went on a solo, double, triple kill, and he continuously placed the pressure onto the side of Byro, and that forced Byro to back up to their own side and allowing Tropa Suprema to pick the hot zone as well as all of the points. And just like that, they are doing the exact same thing now as well. They have picked up 13% so easily from the get-go. But are we going to be able to see Aaron do the same? This time around, he will bring Sprout in, and Sprout should be able to play the defensive game of blocking off the entrance in that mid-section there. So I'm really looking forward to see exactly what he pulls off in this third game here, Adrian.
Yeah, definitely do agree, but you can see how Sichi jumping from the back line. Have to be careful of that, but Aaron does have to be careful. Still staying alive, but the full will be played by Rohit this time. Might be a bit of a change of strategy, but the trade back and forth, but Tropa Suprema still holding on towards the hot zone, not letting Byro taking any point, but Rohit has to be a bit more careful. Ooh.
What a play by Ryohei, man. Then this is where, the point that you brought up once again has to be mentioned, right, Ubu? The fact of the matter is, Tropa Suprema is a mechanically gifted team that is so good at avoiding, dodging all of these shots. They have been sitting down in that damn hot zone for so long, and it's not like Byro hasn't been shooting them. Byro has been trying to shoot them from earlier. They have just dodged so many of these shots, and one that come on, man. These Japanese sides, they're just way too good.
They are too mechanical, they are too robotically good, they are just on point with every single thing that they do. Can they continue on, or can Byro break the machine out of them and make a new comeback? So Byro, they do have something up in their sleeve. They do want to put it on paper. They want to see how it's being done. Definitely, the next mode, Siege, some assembly required. They have to put that on test. They can drop that map itself, that mode, for an experiment that they can put out to see how much they can push Team Tropa Suprema. This is the time that they have to put everything down. They have seen how the first hot zone with Ring of Fire being played out. They have seen what Tropa Suprema can receive and Tropa Suprema can deliver. Now is the time that Byro, they need to put something weird, something awkward to throw off the momentum of Tropa Suprema.
Absolutely right. And how are we going to do that in some assembly required? Because quite honestly, it's such a fast-paced match because so many things are happening at the same time. You have to go and fight. You have to make sure your opponents don't aggress. You have to make sure you pick those bolts up at the same time. And if at all you are unfortunate, and especially when you're going up against Tropa Suprema, the opportunity to be unfortunate is aplenty in the series itself. And if you've got a siege bot to deal with as well, things are going to get so much more difficult, so much more sticky, right? And this is something that we did not see the side of Sunny Side Up do earlier, but we will be able to see Byro as well as Tropa Suprema play this to perfection. I am very sure we will be seeing Bali get dropped in here. Dynamite is definitely going to be a hot surprise, a hot pick in here as well. They should be able to get quite a number of shots onto them, but we will be able to see Bull or Rosa, brought in as well, just to destroy some of that cover in that mid-section, just to open the map up a little bit, right? Not for, their own side, but just to make sure there's just not much hiding spaces, because you will be able to mechanically maneuver around that mid-section of that map, picking balls up. And if you are Tropa Suprema, I'm pretty sure you can survive in that. But Tropa Suprema thinks and they know Byro should be able to pull something off similar as well. Breaking all of that defensive barrier changes the whole game. Forcing Byro to take a defensive position might just be the tactic that Tropa Suprema pulls off here, Adrian.
Yeah, definitely do agree with you because we have seen how Tropa Suprema last week when they go up against Jupiter. Sorry, the last time that they went up with Jupiter, we have seen how Tropa Suprema play it out. So definitely they might have learned something from that rulebook. They might have learned something from that textbook that being brought in by Jupiter into this game plan and go and bring it onto Byro. So Byro, they need to prepare for the first round.
Yeah.
That's why I put up the theory that they can try to experiment with a couple of different composition and different lineup, but they need to be prepared. But no time to think about it because they are in the game of Siege. Some assembly required, but it's unequal.
And it looks like Tropa Suprema's Aaron just listened to whatever I said. He traveled to the future because obviously the stream is delayed, right? And he brings in the Frank, and Frank should be able to demolish all of that defense in that center area to torture Byro. Seichi, seeing that how that Frank can change the complexion of the game, immediately drops in to snuff him out, knowing that the Frank will be a little slow, not able to respond to him fast enough. Ryohei, seeing that Seichi might go in for Aaron once again, tries to take Seichi out of the equation, but what a response there. And just like that, Tropa Suprema takes the lead right back.
Tropa Suprema does have something up their sleeve, but for the side of Byro, they already picked up 6 bolts. They might be able to save it out or tie things for the second bot, but Tropa Suprema will be able to spawn the first bot. That is going to be a level 10. It is going to be a tough defense for the side of Byro. They need to put and body to lock this bot. They are doing perfectly. Can they bring it down?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Whoa.
They had defeated the Siege bot, but they needed to take out Tropa Suprema as well. Tropa Suprema using that level 10 Siege as that perfect protection, but now they need to snuff out Byro. If not, in 15 seconds, Byro will be able to send the finisher of the game towards Tropa Suprema, and they will be able to take Ryohei out first to start this comeback. Maul is the next attack in here. Seichi, are we going to be able to see Maul get taken out as well? Frank will be able to be the game changer to stun this level 17 Siege bot, and that might just be enough. And it will be the Frank that steps forward, but Vex eliminates him. Here comes the Siege bot. Final 12 seconds. Can they do it? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the impossible has been achieved by the Singaporeans.
Wow, Tropa Suprema did perfectly, but the defense was on point for the side of Byro. They managed to defend that bot and turn the tide around and summon and bring a Siege bot themselves that is going to be a level 15, and one blow, one bot is all they need, and that is how they are gonna roll with it.
And this is what I wanted Sunnyside Up to do. Literally, with the composition of Bali, should be able to slow the Siege bot down, bring all of your brawlers in right in front of the Siege bot, block its path, take him out before he can do the damage onto the safe. But Tropa Suprema saw through this plan, clearly, because that's exactly what they would do too in a situation like that. And they take that opportunity to aggress forward. Unfortunately for them, the side of Byro, the Singaporeans, were ready to take the fight, and they snuffed out the players from Tropa Suprema one after the other, and that was a situation Tropa Suprema could no longer continue. They all had to go in for the reset. And how does Byro respond right after? They don't aggress up. They continue picking those bolts up. They continue focusing on the gameplay because they already knew at that point they can win the game. But one thing that could have played against them was the timer. Which was ticking down at the very last moment. That's why I said they pulled off the impossible, because I thought they didn't have enough time to pull this off, Adrian.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, seeing how Byro played out. They just play the turtle strategy. Just hold as much as possible. It's okay to soak it out. As you said, they smile and they snuff out the plan that they have from the side of Trooper Suprema. Even though they lost the bot, they still went in for the damage. They deal a lot.
Yeah.
It was so surprising to see how Trooper Suprema bring the ball game. But the turtle strategy coming from the side of Pyro, it was on point.
Oh, absolutely, man. Now Vex, man, drop in there, pick up Bolt number 1 for himself. Aaron almost snuffed out, will be able to back away. Ryohei dropping in to take Vex out, but Vex able to come in with the perfect response and snuff out that little Frank. Well, not so little. Now a level 2 siege bot will be sent up towards Trooper Suprema, and this is not going to be a siege bot that will be able to do a lot of damage. But now Seichi trying to be a little troublemaker to drop in there as well to see if or not he can damage the safe. And yes, he will be able to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, going down to 70% right now, or make that 50%. Oh, so much! Oh, whoa!
Yeah, Trooper Suprema. They underestimated a level 2 bot and they suffer 52% of damage. They have to clear things out. And look at Aaron from the side of Trooper Suprema. He is gonna clean off the bot, and can he go for more? But look at Vex having no fear, trading it all double for him. But he will be brought down. A level 6 bot in hand for the side of Byro.
Oh, this might just be over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you the Lion City representing Pyro, who's going in for that final attack. But what a play! Siegespot managing to back away. But that's it! The game is not over just yet. Trooper Suprema making a comeback. But the question is, how are they going to damage the side of Pyro? How are they going to take off 80% of their save within 40 seconds now?
Yeah, they have to go for the Hail Mary, but with a level 4 ball, oh no, it will be by the side of Pyro. Look at the amount of bolts that Pyro have. They will summon a level 8 siege bot. Trooper Suprema, they might bow down towards the side of the Lion City of Singapore. Pyro, oh. Whoa, the body block coming from the side of Trooper Suprema. Woo!
What a win, man. Back to back, Singapore takes it in the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I did not expect that. And no disrespect to Pyro, clearly they are such a capable team, but Trooper Suprema have been able to show that they are a class above in many of the fights that they've been able to take so far. Taking the first set also reasserted exactly how aggressive Trooper Suprema is, and that Pyro just wasn't able to step up to them. But game number 2, set number 2 was such a huge contrast here, Ubu.
Yep, definitely. Set number 2, it was a change of tide. Seeing how Pyro, they turned things around. They played with full patience. They waited out. They told themselves, all right, we soaked up the damage. We might still have a chance. And they turned things around. First game, summon a level 15 bot. Second game itself, they keep on sending the bots. They keep on kiting the brawlers from the side of Trooper Suprema. Trooper Suprema, they try their best to turn things around. They try to throw things off, but the game plan that Pyro brought to the table, they just outplayed the side of Trooper Suprema. I do love to see what is going to be brought on, because I do smell, and I do have prediction this might go all the way up to the 5th set.
Yeah, unfortunately for your throat and mine, it's definitely going to go to series number 5, right? Both sides clearly showing us that they are capable of doing so. It's one apiece now. I mean, set number 4 is absolutely guaranteed. Whether or not we will be seeing this drop into game number 5 and be brought back into, the so elusive fifth map or 5th set of a series itself. Let's see if or not that happens. Last week on day 4, After not happening at all, we got 2 back-to-back, series that went into, the 5th series itself, right? So, the 5th set itself. So let's see if or not that happens. Pyro and Tropa Suprema showing us that they can pull it all equal between the two. But can one side now just set the difference? Can one side now show that, okay, the first game was a warm-up and now we are ready to take this win and bag it 3-1? Or is it going to have to go to 3-2? I don't know, man. Ooh, I'm just super nervous for both the sides here.
Gonna do a bit of soft prediction before locking in after the third set. I'm going to think it will be 3-2. And it will be on the side of Tropa Suprema. Not to count down Pyro, but I do feel like Tropa Suprema, they are quick on adjusting to problems. They rectify problems very fast.
Yeah.
And we have to see, can they do it in this third game? There is going to be a heist on safe zone. Can Tropa Suprema turn things around, or the total strategy from Pyro make it happen?
Okay, now Byro playing this defensively, but they will be able to take Maul out. Byron gets snuffed out. Oh, and there goes Ryohei as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the final one left is going to be the Crow, and Aaron will be able to stand up tall. And now Byro has taken control of that mid-segment of this map already, but unable to aggress up. But the damage has already been done. If you notice, 7% has already been taken off of the save of Tropa Suprema here, Uwu.
7%, not that much. Still 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock. Tropa Suprema does have a chance, but what can they do? They first will pick up Sichi, leaving 2 players. This is the aggression that they are going to push in. And look at Aaron going up against Aaron. Crow against Crow, but Sichi holding on, trying to buy time for the teammates to respond and reset the fight.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer to bring the Colette in because of exactly what she is able to do. Goes in for a quick headbutt against Aaron as well, and Aaron will have to back away. And let's see if or not Aaron will be able to pull off something similar here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Vex will be able to push up the right-hand side, putting all of that shots onto the safe, and the pressure will fall on. Oh, beautiful dive by Aaron as he goes in for the shot, but Maul will be able to eliminate him. And now Vex is going to be in trouble. What a turnaround as he shuts that Crow out. Aaron will drop for the side of Tropa Suprema, and this is still all equal. Tropa Suprema down to 68% though on the save. Byro might just be able to win the first game in this third set.
Yeah, Pyro, they just need to continue to just hold on to this defense, but look at Aaron. Say no more. I will go in for the secure, bringing it down to 51%, 49% done. But Tropa Suprema marching the band up, but it will not be enough to bring the draw in. Tropa Suprema will drop the first game for the third. This is going to be really hard for Tropa Suprema. They are trying to read the game plan from Pyro, but Pyro, they are just playing it with full patience. They just wait it out, soak the damage, just force the utilities, force the resources from the side of Tropa Suprema.
I don't know, man. I'm really thoroughly impressed with what Byro is achieving right now with the way they're taking these fights. You see, early on in that match, right, we did see Tropa Suprema taking control of that mid-segment of that map first, but it was not anywhere like what we saw between Flash as well as Sunny Side Up. Team Flash took the mid-segment of the map because Sunny Side Up allowed them to, without much of coercion at all. Sunny Side Up just couldn't do anything about it. On the other hand, when we take a look at Byro purposely leaves that mixed section open, inviting Tropa Suprema to come in, bring on your aggression. But Tropa Suprema, this is what I love about them. They said, no, it's okay, bro. We're not going to come up too close. We will keep our distance because they knew Byro was setting a trap up and they will be able to snuff them out. And even if, Tropa Suprema was playing it carefully, they still got taken down. But maybe that is the problem with this composition here. Maybe Tropa Suprema needs to take a little bit more of an aggressive stance, and we might just be able to see that in round number 2 here, Uwu.
Yeah, definitely can see how Trooper Supreme are addressing the issue that they have. They are listening. They might be from the future. As you can see, how is Trooper Suprema? This time they are on the offensive. They are just snuffing it out. But Aaron, what a jump right there! Holy it up! Woo. Trooper Suprema have to go for the resets.
Okay, now Vex will not be able to take Trooper Suprema's Aaron out just yet. Seichi as well as Aaron will be able to take Maul out. Ryohei dropping in for the pressure on the left-hand side. Bybro Aaron responding according with all of the shots that he can send up. 49 HP right now. Seichi, beautiful mechanical ability to avoid the shot from Aaron, but a 2-on-1 situation will snuff him out. Now Ryohei going up. Aaron! Beautiful burst by the side of Bybro. Is he going to be able to get the damage done? No! No damage done because he ran out of bullets, and that was a dive that just was not worth it at all, Uwu.
Yeah, the timing was so unfortunate for Aaron, but oh, he is gonna be picked up by Aaron for the side of Trooper Suprema. Looks like Trooper Suprema addressing the issue that they have. They are learning by the second, but can Byro
Oh! Is this gonna happen? Oh, goodness me, 20 seconds more. Has Byro done it? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Maul going up for the drop, jumps up, drops the bombs, but does not take out Vex and Seichi. They are still alive. Vex goes down. Seichi, can they take him out? 8 more seconds. 60% onto the save on Trooper Suprema. Damage still coming through. Are you kidding me? Byro, what a round. What a set.
Rosa is my name.
Wow, Byro, the last 30 seconds, seeing how they are playing it off. They turned the tide. I'm not sure what happened for the side of Trooper Suprema. They stopped for meantime. I'm not sure are they facing any lags or anything, but Byro, the last 30 seconds, that was the crucial time. That was crunch time for them. They jump in. They know that this is the time for them to close things off. They pick up this set. Trooper Suprema, they are left with silence.
And dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Trooper Suprema is definitely not happy with the situation at all. They will want to make a comeback, but it's not like they don't want to make a comeback. It's not like they haven't been trying to make a comeback, but the play from Byro is just astoundingly perfect each and every single second. I am, though, a little bit surprised that Trooper Suprema is not taking a more aggressive stance in these rounds. And, you know, like what we've seen, when they take that aggressive move early on in the round, they are able to get the damage up onto the safe. But I feel like they are holding back here, Uwu. And this could be connected to the playoffs because the way we see it, like I said at the start of the show today, there's been a clear divide between some of the teams that are really, really good and some of the teams that are just unable to catch up just yet. Maybe Trooper Suprema knows for sure that they're going to go into the playoffs and they're just trying to play down their supremacy at the moment just to get the other teams to drop their guard when they meet in the playoffs later on. Because to drop a game against Byro, it definitely gives off a huge statement within the community itself, right? Showing that the Singaporeans are just that much dominant and Trooper Suprema's not able to take them on and defeat them. But maybe they'll be turning things around at the playoffs. It could be the strategy, it could just be mind games in here, or it could just be that the Singaporeans are just that damn good.
Yeah, when you talk about that, that thing just popped into my mind. Could be a mind game that, as you said, giving Byro the hit, putting themselves on the playoff, it will be a bit different. The whole game plan will be a bit more different because look at how Byro, the face-up they will be playing on the playoff will be a bit more harder. But it's a very, very risky strategy coming from the side of Trooper Suprema. I'm not sure. They might be putting something in the back and holding back, as you say. But
yeah,
it's very risky to see them pulling this off, especially at this time.
Absolutely, man. The Tick matched up with a Tick. The Sprout matched up with a Sprout, both going in with the mirrors. Byron just not getting matched up, but it's okay because that will be the game changer, right? These two characters, these two brawlers that are brought in, maybe that will be the opportunity for Byro to take the aggression up, but we cannot count Byron out just yet. He is aggressive, he is really strong, and the reach that Byron has as a sharpshooter really allows him to keep the side of Byro back. They will not be able to aggress up. They will not be able to take a very, very easy game in here. But let's see exactly how they go ahead to do it. Now, Blue Star is the only star picked up so far, and that is by Tropa Suprema. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Bounty, and neither side has scored a kill so far.
Yeah, this shows how close of a 50-50 matchup between these two teams. Byro going up against Tropa Suprema. No one goes down for the whole duration. 10 seconds left, and looking at how Tropa Suprema, they are playing finally first blood in the final 10 seconds. Rohe will take out Seichi, and the second kill is in as well. Tropa Suprema picking up 2 kills. That was a bit slower. It feels like a very, very hit-to-hit matchup. No one wants to give up. No one wants to drop the ball. It is so intense until the last few seconds.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, right, for Byro, because they could have gone in a little bit more aggressively. Unfortunately, this game was all decided by the Blue Star. Now, I do understand and I do acknowledge that at the very end of the game, Tropa Suprema managed to get about 2 or 3 frags and pull in more stars into their collection. But as to the majority of the match, it was played and won just with the Blue Star, just with that extra star on their end, which allowed them to not take an aggressive matchup at all, because we see how equal these two teams are. And with the Blue Star in your side, you have to force yourself now to take this aggressive play. And when I say you, I mean the side of Byro. The Singaporeans need to go and take the Blue Star back, or at the very least, drop one player from the side of Tropa Suprema, which clearly proved to be so difficult. And the part where they just lost it, the part where they just blew this, was the fact that they took the fight so late, in the game, right? And that was just the timer working against them, unable to take any kills, and they got desperate here, Uwu. They went in there for the rush and got snuffed out one after another. Hopefully, they'll be able to take a stronger round next, but Tropa Suprema, this might just be their comeback to push us into game number 5 later on.
I do agree with you. Tropa Suprema, they played the game very defensively, setting a stronghold. They gave the map control towards the side of Byro, and Byro, yes, definitely they appreciate having that much of space to play with, how the aggression that they can put on. But do agree with you, Byro only ran in due to desperation at the last few seconds to pick up a kill and try to take off the balance from the side of Tropa Suprema. But Tropa Suprema, they play safe, they play with all their might to hold on to that one blue stars that they have, and that was the shining star that they got. With 2 kills in the back, that's a really impressive play and very impressive defense coming from the side of Tropa Suprema. Can they replicate it one more time, and can, for the side of Byro, do something about this? They have to go for the aggression. They have to listen to what you say and go dive deep in towards the enemy lines and take out the enemy.
Oh, this time round, Byro will be able to pick the blue star up first. Aaron with the opportunity, bringing in the very tanky brawler in here, but he will not be able to engage with those long shots. So he is trying to take a very risky play against Ryohei, who will be able to gatekeep him with Estes Sprout. And now Seichi dropping in. Are we going to be able to see this Mortis go in here for a quick shutdown? The assassination just will not be falling through. Aaron backing away now, the hedge being pulled out by Ryohei to make sure he does not aggress on. And here we go, Seichi bringing the shots in. Ryohei catching himself in the hedge, and he shuts himself out, and he's not able to run away. But the mistake now by the side of Byro, and Seichi loses his life. Very badly played here by the side of Byro. but Ryohei making that mistake as well, not capitalized by the Singaporeans.
Yeah, Trooper Suprema playing it well, just wait for the opportunity, but Seichi, oh, that was so aggressive from him jumping towards the back line, trying to go for Ryohei, but finally, Trooper Suprema breaking the tie jab and went for the aggression. It's so late from the side of Viral right now. I'm not sure what can they do. They will try to go for the offensive. Turning the tide!
16 more seconds.
He's
Seichi
still
now,
alive.
is he going to be able to go in? It's a 2-on-1 situation. Are we going to be able to see Byro pick up 2 more stars? Aaron now forces the situation once again, but it's a 3-on-1 situation against Aaron, but he will still rush through. Headbutt, and he misses. 11-9. Tropa Suprema pushes us into game number 5.
Wow! Trooper Suprema. I think they took a note from the textbook of Byro.
Yes.
You play the turtle star, you play the patience, the discipline to hold back and just go for the defense. We can play it the same way that you play it. And this time we see how Trooper Suprema picking up the ball, turning the tide around. You might be able to see all the sets being played. Byro, not to put them down for this game, it's like they play well, just that
They did.
they got too greedy at one point. Seeing how Seichi jumping towards the back line, knowing that he will be punished for doing that. So, not sure what did he have in mind, and he got himself trapped at one point. It was just Trooper Suprema having a prey in their hand, and they have turned themselves into the predator for the side of Trooper Suprema.
Yeah, and they basically just tried to bring on the aggressive side out of them earlier on, just so that they can take a couple of extra stars in terms of bounty and keep it with themselves and play the turtle shell game like you've pointed out already, Uwu. But just obviously that gameplay just falling through so badly. Now Vex will be able to bring Amber in to toast up all of the tall grass that Mole is using to hide. So that's going to be a great opportunity for the side of Byro to pick the win up here. But we are in gem grab, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, which means whoever who goes up to pick those gems from the mid-section there will be able to take the lead. And as soon as you hit the 10 gem grab, you start the countdown timer. So far, both sides doing perfectly against each other. Aaron managing to pick 1 gem up for himself. Oh no! This might just be the perfect time for Trooper Suprema to call for the timer. Mo will be able to go in and pick up the 8th gem. No! They are scared away, but enough has been done. Trooper Suprema, they just now need to play the game of patience. 1 more gem pops out in the middle. Here it comes, and the countdown will start in a moment. But Vex putting the pressure up. Mole will try to go and deal with him. They shut down Seichi first. Aaron is still alive, but Trooper Suprema starts the countdown. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, Aaron from the side of Trooper Suprema picking up the final gem that he needs, and they just back it out. Byro, I think they had a problem early on. They were trying to go for the aggression, but Trooper Suprema just hold it back, play the reset, and go for the later aggression, punishing 2 players from the side of Byro, and Byro dropping all the gems. It gives Trooper Suprema the advantage of picking it up, setting themselves up with 8 gems, and they just look at how Aaron played. He played so safe, played at the back line, and just wait up for the last 2 gems, pick up the last 2 gems, and there you go. You don't even see Trooper Suprema Aaron at all on the map anymore.
And here's the problem, right? Byro needs to step it up. Because this is it, man. It's the final set of the day, and this is going to be round 2. Only a maximum of 3 rounds. It's a best out of 3. in each and every single set, and it's a best out of 5 sets. So far, it's all equal between the two, right? We have got 2 sets won by Byro, 2 sets won by the side of Tropa Suprema, and neither side wants to let this final game go. Are we going to be able to see Byro pull one back and keep it equal between these two squads for a flashy final game where we are pushed into round 3 of set number 5? Or are we just going to see Tropa Suprema, the Japanese side, now shut this down and show exactly why they are one of the most feared in this competition?
It's going to be hard, but I will stick to what I say. Few sets back that I do feel Tropa Suprema will be able to make it a 3-2. That will be my prediction. That will be my answer. If Byro is not able to make on the aggression, at the same time they need to play it carefully. Look at Ruhi bringing the karma back and setting a flame on the side of Byro. They are losing a lot of ground, a lot of resources. Oh my god.
Yeah, Vex is just not playing the same game, right? He can do the same on the right-hand side, but he's just allowing Maul to torture him a little bit too much. Finally, he will be able to down Maul, and he aggresses up front on the right-hand side. And this is the best position and opportunity for Seichi to aggress up and pick all of these gems up for himself. But Ryohei does go ahead to hold him back. Seichi, opportunity now, but does not aggress up front. Aaron is there, and Aaron should be able to pick up gem number 6 for his side. Seichi still not taking the opportunity. Finally does duck out, avoiding the shot from Aaron as well at the very same time. This is a 3-on-1 situation that Seichi is actually encountering right now. Picking up gem number 5. Is he going to be able to take the bait? Is he going to be able to take the bait and teach Tropa Suprema a lesson as well? Because as we can see, the side of Tropa Suprema is leaving those 2 gems out on their end to allow the side of Byro to pick it up. And Byro will say, oh, really, bro? Thank you very much for your kindness. And they'll pick it up. 9 gems in hand so far. And Seichi will have to back away. On for the 10th gem. And he'll start the countdown. And Vex will go in for the shutdown as well. A total of 16 gems in hand. Seichi backs away to his base. And this is all over for the side of the Lion City representing Byro Oval.
Yeah, Byro will pick it up, tie things off, and force this to a very nerve-wracking final game.
Series number 5, and this is going to be round number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sorry, my apologies. Set number 5, round number 3. Are we going to be able to see the Singaporeans pick it up, or is Tropa Suprema going to reign supreme as they have in the competition so far? Let's take a look at the stats in here. Both Tropa Suprema as well as Byro have been able to win 3 series, and they have dropped 1 series each. Both of these teams having those sets dropped in day number 4 of this competition. Both of these teams lost on the very same day for the very first time in the competition. Both of them feel exactly the same way as each other, Uwu, which makes this series so much more crazy, right? And they've both been able to show that they can stand toe-to-toe with each other and drag this all the way into our very final set of the day, into the very final round, the decision. Who is it going to be? You've already made your call, my man. Tropa Suprema. I'm going to be taking the side of the Singaporeans here. Byro have been able to show that they are stepping it up and they are not giving up no matter what, Uwu. We just have to wait and see who picks up the win.
Do agree with you. This is going to be very hard pumping the last round. Who will pick it up? Byro, Tropa Suprema. But either way, both teams, they did their best. And all of this is on the line for this final few minutes. This is going to be a decider. This is going to be who will stand tall, who will fall. Could it be the giant from Japan, or could it be the Titan from Singapore, Pyro, going up against Trooper Suprema?
Okay, now Aaron will be able to bring in the assassin on his side. Ryohei aggressing up. Aaron should be able to shut him down, but backs away. Seiji giving him that backup as well. Aaron will be able to survive for a little bit longer. Now Seiji goes in for gem number 2. Aaron grabs gem number 3 for himself. Vex trying to shut Maul out of the equation, but this Byron is just a little bit too hard to take down. Seiji will need to back away as Ryohei does manage to blast his grass out of oblivion, but beautifully taken. Now Ryohei will be able to shut down Aaron from the side of Byro, and Trooper Suprema have managed to pick up 6 gems for themselves. Ryohei still bringing in the aggression, and Byro will have to drop all the way back towards their spawn side. 6-2 so far, and this aggression is allowing the side of Trooper Suprema to pick up all of the gems that are popping out, and now they just need to wait for 2 more gems. Are we gonna see Trooper Suprema call for the timer so early on? Vex trying to come in here for the prevention. Seiji going up as well to pick these gems up. Uwu, Trooper Suprema might just be able to pull this off, my man.
Oh no! Looking at Byro! They have to turn the tide around. Aaron picking up the last gem. This is the one that he is making a bounce out here, going back to the spot to safety for Byro. They are chasing him. They are hunting Aaron.
Oh no! Last second! What a play! And now they come down yet again. Vex, he goes in for the shots. 12 gems picked up by the side of Trooper Suprema. Seiji now, 4 gems in his hands. Aaron will be aggressing forward. Ryohei, even if he's dropped, it will not stop the countdown. Vex going in here, a 2-on-1 situation, and they once again stop the countdown. Byro don't want to give up, Ovo.
Yeah, they are not giving up at all. This is the final chance. They are resetting the timer time after time. Can they do it the 3rd time? This is all up to them. Oh no, 2 seconds left. What? Oh no, that's a reset once again. What is happening? Pyro fighting for survival for the 3rd time. They are gonna prolong this as much as they can to turn the tide around. Aggression after aggression. Woo.
Oh, now Vex, can he do it? No!
Oh.
Opportunity, one final shot. Vex unable. Vex wasn't able to shoot it off, and it is all over. Japanese side, Trooper Suprema reigns supreme, and the blue flame has been snuffed.
Yeah, congratulations to Trooper Suprema, team hailing from Japan, able to smother the flame from Singapore. Byro, they might have to bow down to this, but in that sense, if I have the power to give them the win, I do feel like both of them deserve the point. They deserve the win, but Trooper Suprema in the end, they still get the point because they are the one who got all 3 sets. The first 3 sets will be able to collect the points, but Byro, they did not give up at all. Towards the end, they reset the timer for so many times. It was 3 to 4 times. Byro, they really wanted that win, and they really want to grab it for themselves, but Trooper Suprema, they play it so well. Whew. That was just a nerve-wracking seeing the timer reset time after time, especially on the last second.
Yeah, man. And you know, when you bring your squad in, you join competitions like this. Some aim to take the prize pool back. Some aim to dominate the scene, to put themselves onto the map. Some aim just to steal the hearts of the community. And Byro, they have got the ability to do all of the above, right? Steal the hearts of the community, especially because of their tenacity and the never give up attitude that they brought into that game. Definitely sells their brand very, very well. But Trooper Suprema, if you can, say so many good things about Byro, who never wanted to give up, what can you say about the team that actually didn't give up and went on to take the win as well against such a strong squad like Byro, man? Tropa Suprema has been absolutely perfect today. Let's bring on the post-analysis of that match to once again break down, Uwu, exactly how the Japanese side took this victory.
Yeah, and in the early stage, they will play onto the hand of the side of Byro, drop a couple of sets, drop a couple of rounds, but they managed to turn the tide a bit, bringing in the new strategy. They rectify. They know that they are having some problems with the aggression that they had. They play much more slower. They play the turtle strategy that Byro has been playing, and they finally turn things around in the later phase.
Yeah, and you know, it was just a never-ending back and forth between these two teams, and I was just thoroughly enjoying the matches as we were shoutcasting them, right? It was not just... there are some competitions that I go into shoutcast and I feel like it's a job, right? And I'm glad that they are paying me to do this stuff. But whenever I come in and I shoutcast over a match like this with teams of the quality of Byro as well as Tropa Suprema, and they end up taking each other on, dude, I feel like, you know, I'm being given the opportunity, blessed, you know, to be sitting down here and to shoutcast, to cast over this perfection, right? Both of the teams just didn't want to give up. And that back and forth story didn't stop no matter how long it took, did it?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. If it's like the team that has to go for first to 7, it's going to be a super long day itself. But luckily, it is best of 5. The first team to go to 3 will pick up. But seeing how Byro and Super Suprema, it was so hard to predict which side might pick it up. But looking at the composition from the side of Byro, not putting it at any cost, they play really, really smart. They just hold up. All right, we can't go aggression with aggression. Can't fight fire with fire. So we're gonna play it slow, putting the stop onto the aggression for the side of Super Suprema. They punish Super Suprema a lot of time, and Super Suprema, they figured out. All right, Byro, this time they are playing something different. They are putting a different strategy in the game. We might want to switch up some of our momentum, follow what they do. Maybe they have something up their sleeve, and can see how Triple Suprema adapt and survive, and they came up on top, winning that matchup.
Yeah, and in what tremendous fashion to rise up to the top, right? Instead of taking a easy 3-0 win over Byro, which would have been impressive, they took a very, very, very impressive win by being pushed all the way into set number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is AJ. I'm the Mustachio, down here with the one and only Adrian Hendricks, aka Uwu the Magical, bringing you guys all of the action. But we will have to take a quick short break. When we come back, it's going to be series number 3 of the day.
Before we jump into the next one, here's a quick reminder for all of you mobile gamers out there. The ESL Mobile Open is just around the corner, so head over to Twitter right now and get all of those details. Tell your friends, build a team, and earn a spot in the finals.
Feel the lights, see the stage, hear the vibe. Pumped up to get ready for the fight. Big dreams, one chance, be the star. I'm the winner coming out of the dark.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Ay, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. That's how we know when we level up. Yeah, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. It's time, get up.
before we jump into the next one, here's a quick reminder for all of you mobile gamers out there. The ESL Mobile Open is just around the corner, so head over to Twitter right now and get all of those details. Tell your friends, build a team, and earn a spot in the finals.
Feel the lights, see the stage, hear the vibe. Pumped up to get ready for the fight. Big dreams, one chance, be the star. I'm the winner coming out of the dark.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Ay, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. That's how we know when we level up. Yeah, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. It's time, get up.
Welcome back, everybody, to the ESL Mobile. This is the challenger for Brawl Stars Asia Pacific. I'm Uwu the Magical, and joined by me, the one with the mighty voice, AJ Mustachio.
Welcome back, everybody. Crazy day in here, isn't it, Uwu? First, we open up with a wonderful showing by Team Flash, taking the most perfect 3-0 victory that we've witnessed in the competition thus far. And of course, after that, a crazy showdown between Singapore as well as Japan, as Byro took on Tropa Suprema, but Tropa Suprema defeated them 3-2. It was a well-fought battle, but just not good enough for the Singaporean side. And now we will drop into the clash within Japan, because Jupiter is going to be taken on Crazy Lagoon, ladies, German boys and girls. Let's take a look at the stats thus far. In the 4 days of the group stages, Jupiter has won each and every single series 3-0. Having, if what we say that, Flash took the best set of the day, Jupiter has been taking the best competition of their lives, right? Perfection, and they don't look like they're gonna stop anytime soon.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Jupiter is just on a roll. They are on a train to success. Jupiter with Tensai, Mameshi, Achapi, they have a sub-side Tempo. Their lineup is so strong and so unbreakable. I'm not sure what can bring them down. Could Crazy Lagoon throw a curveball onto them? We do have to see. This is going to be the top picks and top bans overall. They picked up Jin, Max, and Carl quite often. They like to ban off Stu and Bell. They like to take out the aggression as well. A bit very textbook picks and bans coming from the side of Jupiter, so not really much that you can see that information being given away from the side of Jupiter.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's take a quick look at their opponents here. Crazy Lagoon, they have been able to show us, some moments of brilliance with Sipotante, Miria, as well as Kuru. Sipotante, last time we saw him, he was so aggressive as he brought the teams in here for the push time and time again, but it just didn't really hit the mark. So far, Crazy Lagoon has only managed to win one series out of the 4 that they've played, and that one win has only come in from Sunny side up. They took Byro on, they lost 3-0. They took Waffles Monster on, they lost 3-0. They took on Tropa Suprema, they lost 3-1. I have got little to no hope for Crazy Lagoon in the upcoming sets here to take on the wins against Jupiter. Statistically, it just looks impossible. Gene Max as well as Sandy, the top picks here for Crazy Lagoon. I don't really see them bringing Sandy in there to whip up that Sandstorm much though. But the top bands, Stu as well as Bell, will probably be carrying through in here, Adrian.
Yeah, seeing the composition, the lineup, the gameplay, the game style that Crazy Lagoon plays, might be a tall order. It feels like Goliath versus Goliath gameplay will be coming in, but Crazy Lagoon, they have to put something up. They have to really pull something off. Love to agree with you that Ciputam, they play very aggressively, but they have to play it safe. They need to know how to reset. But let's take a look at the bans for these two teams. Then we will come up a bit more of the statistic, a bit more of a prediction. Jupiter will ban off Jean and Crow. Meanwhile, Crazy Lagoon will stick with Stu, but they will take out Byron. So Crazy Lagoon, they might have something up in their sleeve since that they lost Crow in this process going up against Jupiter. Jupiter, on the other hand, still not much of information given out to the side of Crazy Lagoon. Just gonna feel like Crazy Lagoon, they have to do something crazy. They have to play the double-edged sword, go in all out, play the aggression, try to suffocate the side of Jupiter. But I feel like the planet-sized team from the side of Jupiter, they might be able to crush the Crazy Lagoon.
Yeah, I really have a feeling that, we might just end up here with a 3-0 situation as these two teams take each other on. But, the ban on Byron, I really, really like it because, the side of Jupiter has been able to aggress up forth with Byron so many a times in the past. And this has been something that Crazy Lagoon is looking into and they don't want happening against them, right? But in response, Jupiter taking Crow out of the equation definitely will open up so much of room for them to be aggressive in this game. That Crow has been able to jump in, go in for those assassination dives so many a times today. We have seen the Crow perform and we know exactly how deadly it can be. But as I will bring your attention back into the game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as I was going yappity yappity yap, Jupiter on the other hand has been going collect. 71 points on the hot zone. Where is Crazy Lagoon?
Yeah, Crazy Lagoon trying to go for the advancement on towards the hard zone. But look at Jupiter, just had everything set and they can fall back. They are sitting at the very, very huge lead. They have no fear of getting outplayed from the side of Crazy Lagoon. Crazy Lagoon, everything's on the line. This is just the first one, but look at, what a pickup from Crazy Lagoon.
Yeah, man, Ciputam just blazing it up in here. And of course, Miria looking to do the same thing as well, but Achapi will come in to shut him down. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There's no point dragging this on. Jupiter has won this already. The round number 1 will come to a close as Hot Zone is absolutely dominated by Jupiter.
Yeah, Jupiter playing it like training, taking out the side of Crazy Lagoon. Crazy Lagoon need to really step up towards the tempo, really have to push themselves towards the limit. They really need to get up and front towards the face of the side of Jupiter. Jupiter, they just need to continue what they are doing. Nothing can be commented from the side of Jupiter. They just have everything on perfection. Crazy Lagoon will have a tall order. Crazy Lagoon needs to react to this. They need to address the issue that they have against Jupiter.
But the question here is though, Uwu, are we asking too much from Crazy Lagoon, right? My man, my dear man, nobody in the competition so far has been able to do anything to Jupiter. Once again, they have taken perfect series against anybody and everybody that they've met so far. Singapore couldn't stand up against them. Tropa Suprema couldn't stand up against them. Sunny Side Up from Indonesia couldn't stand up against them. Jupiter has been such a force to be reckoned with, and they are steamrolling over all of these teams, which is why that prediction came in early for me, right? That it's going to be a 3-0. It's all based on what's on paper. And I do agree with you. Tropa Suprema has got a lot of, areas where they can go in for a slightly better push. They can make a slightly better play. But against the side of Jupiter, once again, are we asking too much?
I do feel we are asking too much from the side of Crazy Lagoon. But this is fight for survival. This is what they really have to. This is David versus Goliath. They have to put up all they can. I will agree with you. It will be an easy game for the side of Jupiter, but I might give it a chance that Crazy Lagoon might pick up a set and force this into a 3-1. Jupiter might pick up the 3, but I do feel like Crazy Lagoon, they might learn something out of this. They might even pick up a set as well.
Yeah, I say you are a very, very optimistic man, but if there's one thing, Ubu the Magical, you are very, very rarely wrong. So let's see if or not Crazy Lagoon will be able to pull it off here, because at the moment, Jupiter has managed to dress up onto the 87% mark, and as they come to try to pick up a few percentage of the hot zone for themselves, Achapi drops right back in there. 1% now taken by Crazy Lagoon. Sipo Tamte trying to step in for the team, because Sipo Tamte has been playing flank this whole time, but clearly his side, his partners are not able to take the hot zone at all. Sipo Tamte dropping in to get the job done himself. He should have done that a little bit earlier, because quite honestly, they might have been able to get more of the hot zone.
Yeah, but unfortunately, as you said, Jupiter will steamroll their way into victory as they close up the first set easily. But they still have 2 more to pick up for the side of Jupiter. Crazy Lagoon needs to do something about it. It's going to be really high. It's trying to give a lot of understanding what Crazy Lagoon can go up against Jupiter. Horizon will be a hard game. We have seen how it folds. Siege might be the only opportunity for the side of Crazy Lagoon to pick up the win.
Yeah.
For Heist alone, I do feel like with the control, with the game plan and the gameplay from the side of Jupiter, it will be super hard for Crazy Lagoon to even catch up or to even go up against the composition that they are going to bring forth from the side of Jupiter.
Yeah, based on what Sipo Tamte just showed us there, I am starting to get a little bit more confidence in the side of Crazy Lagoon. But of course, it needs to be more than Sipo Tamte, right? The play just needs to be more than Sipo Tamte. Maybe Miria can drop in with a little bit more support. Unfortunately, Kuru just wasn't as effective as we wanted him to be in there. And, if you look at the side of Jupiter, they were playing this game to perfection, right? One player holding the flank on the left, one player holding the flank on the right, one player just focusing on picking up all of the percentages within the hot zone itself. And that player brings in the Piper. Every single time the opposition, every single time Crazy Lagoon comes in for the pressure onto the hot zone, Piper drops that bomb, flies out of there, and leaves a bunch of spikes, which means the opposition just cannot step in. And Crazy Lagoon is just stuck in a situation, in a limbo, where they are trying to fight for the hot zone and be stuck in a situation where they can't step into the hot zone even after they win the hot zone. Jupiter's winning when they're in and out of there.
I do agree with you seeing how Jupiter, they set up, they had an objective. They lose the fight, fine, we still have control of the zone, even though we are not there. When they are there, they are a bigger force to reckon with. So Crazy Lagoon playing hot zone might not be in favor for them, but going for the side of Siege, this might be the opportunity. This might be the time that they have to pop off. They bring in our Primo this time to see, can they go for the aggression? Oh, Sipo Tamte so close, but no cigar.
Okay, now let's see what Sipo Tamte does here. Quite honestly, Side Pons got my head confused with Sipo Tamte's name earlier on in there. So I will have to keep an eye on him. Kuru trying to take Tensai out. Tensai a little bit too strong, a little bit too tanky, but 168 on that HP so far. Sipo Tamte goes in for the chase. But how is he still alive? How is Tensai still standing? Sipo Tamte finally dropping Tensai, and El Primo will not be able to shine much through. And this is a situation where the siege will be brought forth, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 11 more seconds in here, and Jupiter might be able to do it. Achapi as well as Sidepawns picking up the bolts for themselves, and a level 6 siege might just be possible. Make that a level 7, and Jupiter might be able to close this game off.
Yeah, I do agree. Seeing at how Sidepawns and Achapi playing the kite control game onto Siputamte. Siputamte can't really do much unless he jumps in, but it is too late as how Jupiter, they just kite off any player from the side of Crazy Lagoon. I'm not really sure what is happening for the side of Crazy Lagoon. They had a good start, but once Jupiter had the realization of that, oh, they are playing very aggressively, time for the plan to go backwards, go for the kite, control the game plan, control the gameplay, control the players from the side of Crazy Lagoon. And Crazy Lagoon just have to soak up the damage and walk in each time, and Jupiter just take them down one by one and summon all the siege bot all they can, and the damage, oh, that's just too crazy for even Crazy Lagoon to handle.
And unfortunately, that particular round just proved what I was bringing up earlier, right? It's going to be close to impossible for Crazy Lagoon to take this fight up against Jupiter unless they really start making some drastic changes in their composition, in their lineup itself. It was a level 7 siege bot, and they couldn't slow down that siege bot at all, Uwu. And that is my concern for the side of Crazy Lagoon. If they can't even handle a level 7 siege bot, they are not going to be able to handle the pressure that Jupiter continuously will be able to throw against them. The best situation that we can see them hope for is do exactly what Byro has done, right? Stave off the first siege bot. If Jupiter is going to be so aggressive, hold it off as best as you can. Eliminate the opposition players as well, but use that time to collect the bolts for yourself. Easier, quite honestly, said than done, especially when you're going up against a mechanically gifted team like Jupiter that don't miss a shot, and these guys are invisible on that map. You can't hit them.
Yep, I do agree with you. It's gonna be hard and tall for Crazy Lagoon. They have to try all their best. They might want to go for the flank, just as you say, let the first bot to the side of Jupiter, go for the turtle strat, hold on, collect any bots that they can at the meantime, go for the individual kills, clean off the map, have the map control, turn things around, play the aggression from the sides, try to suffocate Jupiter. But I feel Jupiter 1 against 3 for them, I don't think it's not going to be a problem for the side of Jupiter for any of the players to go up against Crazy Lagoon. So this is the chance for Crazy Lagoon to prove my theory wrong. Oh, Jupiter will prove that your prediction that a 3-0 will be unsuccessful. I see how Kansai.
What?
Wow.
Oh my god. How is Tensai just bursting these jams down, man? And he will have to back away now. A 2-on-1 situation might just fall through. Sipotamte as well as Miria aiming to take Tensai out of the equation. But Side Tampo will be picking up all of the balls. Miria pulling one back for themselves. 40 seconds to the next siege. And this might just end up in a draw with the way things are going. But now Tensai, it's a 2-on-1 situation. Tensai still managing to get the slay. But finally Sipotamte will go ahead to drop him. Crazy Lagoon for the first time are in the lead with the bolts, and this might be the game where they turn things around. One can still remain hopeful.
Yeah, this is the opportunity. This is a time that they need. Could this be the window for them? It might be too close. Ball net to send back, but they need to bear in mind that Jupiter does have 8 balls in the back. So, oh no, another tie. This next siege bot will be really, really big.
Oh, goodness me. And they need to now hustle because Jupiter is all of a sudden picking up every single bolt that is falling. And this is game over if they manage to pull this next, siege bot out. A level 15. They couldn't even handle a level 7 siege bot. How are they going to handle a level 16?
Yeah, how big can this Siege spot go? We do have to see 15 seconds left to see could it reach a level 20. We have seen the highest it is a level 20. Oh, how high can it go? How big can it grow?
Yeah. Dude, this is all over, man. Jupiter's just going for the overkill. A level 22 siege bot is walking in here like the Terminator, snuffing out the players in front of him. Look at the siege bot go, man. Each punch that it takes against the save takes away about 8% of the HP. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jupiter has once again taken the victory.
Yeah, Jupiter picking up the first set, picking up the second set. Can he make the prediction from AJ Mustacho come to reality? We have to see, can they pick up the third set? It will be on heist. It will be on safe zone. Can they go in for a clean sheet of 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, picking up all three games, all three sets into a clean winning streak? They are on a fiery roll.
Yeah, man. Jupiter trying to outdo Team Flash, right? Team Flash, if you can take a perfect series for yourself, we can take a perfect series for ourselves as well. But here's the thing. On top of the perfect series, we've been having a perfect tournament in here at the Challenger. They have been 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and 3-0. And once again, aiming to put that 3-0 in the bag and push themselves up and remain at the top. 15 points on the leaderboard. It's not impossible for Jupiter to pull off, and very clearly we are just one set away from that happening. And whether or not Crazy Lagoon can make a comeback in here, you know, you really need to believe in miracles to believe that might be a possibility now, Uwu.
Yeah, I definitely have to believe in miracles that Crazy Lagoon, this is the only chance that they have. This is the final chance for them to collect the points. They are not sitting quite well on the standings alone. This is going to be a tough fight, but they have to go through this. They have to learn from this, and they have to put everything that they have in mind and into this fight. It is going to be hard going up against Jupiter, but they have to do it. This is the only chance for them to prove that an underdog can at least take one win out of Jupiter and deny them of the clean sheet that they have.
Quite honestly, I tell you, if Crazy Lagoon takes one set away from Jupiter, that's it, man. They are winners today. There's nothing that'll hold against them. If they can take one set away from Jupiter, in my eyes, Crazy Lagoon are the winners of today. Can they get it done in the next set? Or will Jupiter be as dominant as they have always been in the competition? You know, from day one coming into day 5, not showing any bit of difference at all with the way they take the games. Quite honestly, the most consistent team in the competition thus far, Uwu.
Do agree with you. Jupiter will be playing on a roll. They are perfection. I just feel like they are a bunch of robots playing on point, getting the job done, and by the end of the day, they know that they just need to stand up in the tall podium as the victor. Can they hold on to the lead? Can they go on towards the place as undefeatable, the invincible Jupiter? We are so close to it, and can we see it happen for the side of Jupiter? Might be a high possibility chance that they might be able to pick up all the sets and all the series that they can.
Yeah. And you see, as we drop into heist, this is going to be played at safe zone. I have got close to no hope for Crazy Lagoon. I am sorry, dearest fans, if you are a huge fan of Crazy Lagoon. I'm not picking a side. We are calling it based on what we have seen thus far. Like I said, you need to believe in miracles to think that Crazy Lagoon can defeat Jupiter, especially at heist, especially at safe zone. And we've seen the layout of the map already. The layout of the map itself is a huge win for the side of Jupiter because of their ability to take these aggressive stands against the side of Crazy Lagoon. We've already seen it, happen to Sunnyside Up from Team Flash. When you allow the aggressive side to step into the mid-section of the game, the mid-section of the map, they can shut the game down pretty fast. And now, Achapi aggressing forward, skillfully eliminating each and every single one of these shots that are sent towards him, so they fizzle out on the ground as he will continue standing tall. Sipotamte will have to back away, but he continues to take these shots against Tensai. Both of the saves are still alright, but Crazy Lagoon has already taken a 2% damage. Let's see if Jupiter will be able to capitalize on this.
Oh, Achapi going in for the poke. Managed to deal 9 damage, 9% right now. Crazy Lagoon has a tall order. They are holding it back. It feels like an individual fight everyone is having.
Yeah.
Like you can see our Tensai going up against Siputante, Kuru going up against Achapi, Miria going up against side pawns. Just feel like everyone is just testing out each other's skill and understanding and respecting each other's space at the same time.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Crazy Lagoon is respecting Jupiter's safe a little too much by not attacking it. Crazy Lagoon making those attempts to go towards that mid-segment. Oh, Miria will be able to respond very, very well now. Gets the damage placed upon the save of Jupiter, but it will not be enough. 92% right now. Jupiter is definitely hanging on. Crazy Lagoon, we cannot say the same for them. And now the aggression will come in from side Tampo. It's going to be Achapi who aggresses up. Miria might get shut down now, but he's continuously trying to burn up all of this high, tall, grassy areas, and he finally achieves that. Achapi trying to send those shots back towards Kuru. Crazy Lagoon might just be able to make a comeback in here with the aggression that they are taking in this game, Ubu.
Yeah, with the mid control that they have, but the players from the side of Jupiter, they are responding back. They are having back the mid control, and Crazy Lagoon, they can't make any more advancement at all as the timer counts down to 10 seconds. Crazy Lagoon might have to concede the first round of this set. This is the third set to the side of Jupiter. One more round to go. Jupiter, can they close things off? This is will be very, very close. This is what they are looking for, a clean sheet. I feel Crazy Lagoon this time, they play it a bit more better compared to set 1 and second set. They address a lot of issues that they have, but at the same time, the skill level, the skill ceiling for the side of Jupiter is on the next level, it's on a different level compared to Crazy Lagoon.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, we have been able to see exactly why Bell is most of the times a auto ban for all of these teams. Look at Jupiter bring that Bell in, forcing Bell up the mid-segment of the map. And from so far away from the second lake that they have to cross, that Bell is still able to take the pot shots against the safe of Crazy Lagoon and continuously damaging it. They took the win just with the attacks by Bell, and nothing else won that game. If Bell wasn't there, I believe Crazy Lagoon could have made a quite a clear comeback in here.
Do agree. Seeing how the side of Jupiter playing with Bell, the mid control just need to go in for the poke, doesn't need to go in for the full commitment. Get 1-2 damage, 3% itself. It's good enough. Go back, reset, wait for the window that they have, seeing and judging on how Crazy Lagoon playing too offensively, punish them, make them go for the reset as well. And Jupiter, they just need to go and repeat the same tactic that they have, rinse and repeat the same thing that they have on hand.
Absolutely, man. And, we are so close now to seeing yet another perfect series pulled off by one of the teams in here. Earlier today, it was Team Flash from Singapore. And now Jupiter, for the side of the Japanese, want to show that they can pull off an absolute perfect tournament as well. And will they be able to do it? Crazy Lagoon definitely stands in their way to stop them. But the efforts will definitely be futile based on what we have witnessed thus far. Not just from Crazy Lagoon, right? We're not just looking at Crazy Lagoon and saying, hey, you know what, Crazy Lagoon's not good enough to step up against Jupiter. We are saying this based on the fact that we have looked at all of the other matches that Jupiter has taken, and they've absolutely annihilated their opposition. And Crazy Lagoon hasn't been at the top of their game throughout the whole of the group stages. So it's really, really difficult to kind of, speak on their behalf and see or paint a picture where you would think that it is a possibility for them to take down Jupiter. I know as a analyst and a shoutcaster that sometimes, we want to keep it balanced, but there are times where you have to just say things as they are. Jupiter, just a force to, no one should be touching.
Do agree with you that Jupiter is a force of reckon that no one want to touch at all. But all the teams playing in this tournament, they have to address, they have to take notes, they have to understand that what is the strength, where is the weakness from the enemy. And Jupiter, right now, they are not giving out any information at all. None of the team can answer to this, but looks at Crazy Lagoon. They are trying their final attempt. This is going to be a different Crazy Lagoon by side points going for the push. They are up in front of the sides of the save, but 7% of damage. That's good enough of a poke.
Absolutely. Tensai now bringing in the 8-bit, and one of the main reasons why you want to bring the 8-bit is because he will be able to take these long shots. As you can see, he has shut down Sipo Tamte as well, and all of that 7% damage that has been dealt to the safe on the other end is from Tensai. Why? Because of what Sidepawns went in there to do, right? Sidepawns pulling off the distraction, putting himself in for such a careless dive, and all of the players focusing to take him down, while Tensai went in to get the damage done. And this is the kind of, conversation and teamwork and collaboration that you want to see within a team that we just weren't seeing from Sunny Side Up in the opening series of the day. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it looks like we might have lost Uwu here. Tensai is still surviving for the time being, but the damage has already been done. Are we going to be able to see Jupiter continue to ravage on? 40% now, Uwu. Can they survive?
Oh, looking at how Crazy Lagoon play. They are just breaking down, like how Sunny Side Up got broken down by Team Flash. Jupiter walking up. They have no fear. They have only one side that is going to be the same. Look at Sidepawns. They're just not caring about what is happening. And the last 1%.
What? Bro, how did Sidepawns just die? How did Sidepawns just die? Sidepawns was up there at the safe, shooting it for so freaking long, Uwu.
Yeah, I do feel like the last second Sidepawns like, we won the game, okay, we're gonna respect you guys a bit more. It's like, alright, you guys, this is game over, but thanks for the game. We're gonna take the 3-0 win. We're gonna take the clean sheet. We're gonna get ourselves out of here. We're gonna go get ourselves a good day, because you guys did well, but we are the better team. Congratulations to Jupiter. They pick up another flawless victory against another team, especially a team from Crazy Lagoon. They are on the roll. Who is there to stop Jupiter? This is going to be a question for now. This is going to be a question for the playoff and the grand finals itself. It does feel like Jupiter is just on a roll. They are unstoppable.
Yeah, man. And only one team now has got the opportunity to take them down. I'm not going to take anything away from Last Wolf, okay? Last Wolf has not met Jupiter yet. But if I suggest that Last Wolf will be able to defeat Jupiter, I believe the whole of the Brawl Stars community might try to attack me all at the same time because it's virtually impossible, okay? But Byro, though, the Singaporeans have been able to show that they are able to take a clean fight and an aggressive one whenever needed. Tropa Suprema, they were pushed all the way into series number 5, set number 3 within series number 5. And if Byro could do that to them, then Byro most definitely, well, I wouldn't say most definitely can defeat Jupiter, but most definitely can be the team that we can hope to see ask these questions that none of the other teams have been able to ask of Jupiter as of yet. But if they are not able to, wow, Jupiter is probably going to finish the whole of the group stages with such a perfect record.
I do agree with you that maybe for the side of Byro, they are able to do that. But Byro, they need to take up the pen and paper and jot down some of the notes, as this is going to be the post-analysis between Crazy Lagoon and Jupiter. This is the time that they have to understand and figure out what is going to be the strategy that they want to bring on up against Jupiter. So, seeing how Jupiter played, the first set is just flawless. It's just textbook. They just walk in. The whole hot zone was given to them. It was handed to them. It was like a birthday present for the side of Jupiter. Walking in, no contest. Crazy Lagoon did their best, but looks like the better champ, the bigger man, is Jupiter.
Yeah, and this one was Siege, where it was once again a situation where Crazy Lagoon tried to take a great fight. They couldn't defend against a level 7 Siege bot, and then later on, level 22, they managed to defeat it. No, I'm just kidding. They got absolutely annihilated flat on the ground. Jupiter just took such an easy second win as well.
The second series, the second set itself, it was the opportunity, the only time for Crazy Lagoon to take things around. They tried, but they got outplayed. The third set, it was just a nail towards the coffin. I think Jupiter, they are bringing in the force, bringing in the power and the understanding of the game. They just close down and shut down any team that gets in their way. And they are sweeping the floor with a very, very nice record right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are not going to be jumping into a break. Instead, we are going to be continuing with series number 4. We are going to be bringing on Waffles Monster, who will be taking on Last Wolf. Last Wolf, ironically, are in the last place between all 8 of the teams that are in here. They have not been able to win even one series so far. Are we going to be able to see them take on the Singaporeans and defeat them? Waffles Monster, on the other hand, started the competition off quite weak. They took back-to-back losses, but only because they met Byro and then followed it up by meeting Jupiter. But as they took Sunnyside up as well as Crazy Lagoon last week, Waffles Monster is back onto a win streak. Can they pick up yet another win today, or will Last Wolf from Indonesia finally break their losing streak and pick a victory up for themselves? Let's take a quick look at the Waffles Monster lineup here, Uwu.
Yeah, Waffle Monster's lineup consists of Greg, Kid Drunken, and No Ping, and everyone needs to pay attention to Kid Drunken because he is one of the aggressive, one of the player that is gonna pop off whenever the team needs him to, and definitely they have to be careful of Kid Drunken, the way how he plays the game, the way how he reads the game. It's just crazy looking at this kid performing on a high level.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They are top picks, Jesse, Ruffs, as well as Poco. Top bans, Max, as well as Dynamite. Dynamite will be able to shut those players down out quite early on. One of the maps in here, specifically Safe Zone, Dynamite can definitely be quite a troublesome enemy to deal with. But let's see if or not Waffles Monster will be coming in with similar bans later on. I'm pretty sure they will be slightly different. The Indonesian side, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Last Wolf bringing in Rekka MK, R Bigwell, as well as Farhan. And these three have been able to light it up ever since the mobile open days. Through the ladders, through the play-ins, Last Wolf has always showed us that, they are hungry for the meal. But unfortunately, the Wolves constantly go back home hungry, Uwu.
Yeah, Last Wolf, they've been biting more that they can chew. Looking at that average picks, you can see that they like to pick up the Tara, Sprout, Amps, banning the Amber and Max. I think this season they might want to bring something different. They might want to play out the ball. They are sitting at the bottom of the standing. They have nothing to lose right now. Just I feel like they have to play all out there to give all they can. It's a good experience for them to understand how the gameplay is being played in different countries, especially in Singapore, and how mechanical it can be from the Japan itself. So this might be a good experience. This might be a learning curve for them, but they still have some series to go to, and definitely right now they are going up against Waffle Monster from Singapore. So definitely they need to put all they can and put up all their best as we head into the banned brawlers being banned off by both sides of Waffle Monsters and Last Wolf.
Yeah, boy, it's going to be El Primo as well as Poco removed from the game by Waffles Monster, and Last Wolf will be eliminating Bell as well as Jean from the pool of brawlers that can be brought in, and this ban will be lasting throughout the whole of series number 4.
Looking at this ban from the side of Waffle Monster, it's quite in the meta. Meanwhile, for the side of Last Wolf, not alright, the Bell ban is there, but banning the Jin, a bit questionable from the side of Last Wolf. I'm not going to judge them or be too harsh onto them, but I feel like they have something up their sleeve. I think they figure out something from the side of Waffle Monster. Waffle Monster might pick up something else to play with, but not sure for the side of Last Wolf. They need to be a bit more careful because we have seen how Last Wolf, they kind of drop the ball the moment if a team is being too aggressive. They are being pushed to the back, they are being thrown around, being manhandled. Last Wolf, can they this time hold on to the line, hold on to the discipline and the defense itself and bring a victory in? This one, it's up to everyone to see.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good question that you have put forth, whether or not they can make the comeback in here. But, based on the numbers that they have been able to show us, that is definitely such a tall mountain to climb for them so far. Last Wolf, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've talked about some stats. Last Wolf has lost each and every single one of their series. If Jupiter has maintained a perfect winning streak, Last Wolf has maintained a perfect losing streak. Will they be able to break that losing streak as they take on Waffles Monster? The probability, very, very low. Why? Because Waffles Monster right now, they are stepping in with the momentum, with the adrenaline from last week. They got back-to-back wins on both those days, and they are stepping in here to continuously pick these wins up, and I expect them to drop in with a lot of confidence, looking at the fact that Last Wolf is now sitting down at that very bottom of the leaderboards, right? To be able to take a game against them, it's no if, but, or maybe. Waffles Monster definitely want to get it done. Let's see exactly how they will do so. Piper being brought in, but no Big drops him out real quick. Farhan will be able to aggress up.
Wow.
And Greek now shut down as well. Last Wolf opening up the game very aggressively.
Yeah, Last Wolf unexpecting them to do so, but great. Lasting it. Oh, wow, fun! And no ping trading it off. Waffle Monster finally get into the hot zone, but is it enough? As how last Wolf they have taken out a lot of resources, a lot of information from the side of Waffle Monster.
Okay, Noping now trying to take him down. Rekka MK will be alive. Takes down Kid Drunken. Noping still alive.
Wow.
Rekka MK might be able to pull this off. Kid Drunken backing away, looking to see if or not he can get that revenge on Rekka MK. And whilst this fight is going down at the bottom, Farhan is picking up all of the points at the hot zone for Last Wolf. Amazing performance by the Indonesian so far. Waffles Monster, what's happening to the Singaporeans?
Yeah, they are confused, they are shocked. Looking at the Last Wolf, I guess that the Last Wolf had enough of losing. They want to win. They are gonna be going on the offensive, on aggressiveness at the Waffle Monster. Looks like Monster might be a myth, but the Last Wolf is definitely real.
Yeah, man, M's being brought in here by Rekka MK, clearly more than enough to suppress all of the side of Waffles Monster. And now Waffles Monster trying to pull off a last-minute comeback here. Rekka MK will go ahead to drop Noping. Greek might get shut down. Noping comes in for the response. And this is the fight back. 99%. Last Wolf picks up the first round. Wow!
Wow, this is surprising. Looking from the Last Wolf, I guess all the losers that they have collected this time, they told themselves, let's get some win, let's take out our notebook, let's look at the strategy that we have, look at the replays, and I guess this time they turned the tide around, they turned the whole cycle around and showed that they are not counting out or tapping out in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, now Last Wolf can show whether or not they are just a one-hit wonder with the win that they've taken in that set, or are they going to be ones who bring in consistency finally into the competition. The race for a lot of the teams in here, they might have counted Last Wolf out already of the competition. Quite honestly, I'm one of them, right? I don't really see a lot of opportunities for Last Wolf to drop in here and continuously pick those wins up, because we also have to acknowledge one main fact, that Last Wolf hasn't really gone up against Jupiter. And that will mean 5 series defeated. Only 4 can make it to the playoffs. Last Wolf, they definitely don't look like they are in the best of situations at all. But if they're able to pick this win up against Waffles Monster, I think that's definitely redemption enough here, Uwu.
Do agree with that. It might offset a lot of teams that they haven't faced up yet, but Last Wolf getting on to control once again. This is something. Look at our big goal. Popping up, playing the sidelines by Kid Drunken. As he has spoken, Kid Drunken is someone that you need to be careful up against.
Kid Drunken in as the Sprout. Will not be bringing out the hedge just yet, but if he does bring it out, finally will be able to drop it. But our big wall managing to get the jump onto him. Sprout brings out the hedge a little bit too late, and it does not affect our big wall at all. Noping right now flying out, drops the payload, but will not be able to snuff out any of the players from Last Wolf as Rekka MK backs away from that engagement very, very smartly. Now Waffles Monster, they've managed to pull it up until 34%, but Farhan is equalizing and now overtaking the side of Waffles Monster as well. This is one of the best plays that I've seen from this Indonesian side.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Last Wolf, they are putting all they can, even though, as you said, they had very low chance of getting into the playoff, but they are giving Waffle Monster a hell to play with.
And it's not going to be a situation that Waffles Monster are going to be very excited or pleased with. Let's see if or not they will be able to make their comeback in here. 59% to 51. Greek trying to chase Farhan down, and this Piper is just being such a pain in the neck. Noping will try to go and take this Piper on, but Farhan is just a little too sharp with the shots, and Noping not even able to take him out and gets eliminated instead. Waffles Monster now falling back as our Big Will picks those points up for his side, and they have reached that 77-point mark, and Waffles Monster look like they're going down, and they're going down hard.
Yeah, Waffle Monster, I feel like they are getting served right here as Last Wolf. Look at how aggressive, like how much control that they have. They pick up the first set.
Wow. Right, absolute wow, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the first time ever that Last Wolf is taking a set against any team outside of Indonesia. They've only managed to pick up 2 of these sets against Sunny Side Up, but when they went up against Team Flash, when they went up against Byro, when they went up against Tropa Suprema, absolute no-go. Waffles Monster have managed to drop 1 set. Is this gonna be something that Last Wolf can capitalize on? Can they bring their momentum up? Can they be the ones who got counted out but make this very, very last minute comeback? It might still be possible, Uwu, if they just keep this up.
Yep, I do agree. It's looking at how they are playing and how they are performing in the game itself. It's something I did not expect at all. And going up against Waffle Monster just play into the hands of Last Wolf. I guess the Wolf had it enough. They took a bite of the waffle. They love it and they are going for more. Can they close it out? Can they go in for the hunt? There's 2 more sets for them to pick up. They might pick a win and they might be able to upset the standings at all.
I now am starting to believe. I am now starting to believe that Last Wolf might be capable of pulling that off. But at the same time, I'm wondering what happened to Waffles Monster? Why are they not able to take a more aggressive standing? That Piper just couldn't do much against the side of Last Wolf's Piper. Unfortunately, kept getting shut down again and again and again, and the plays were just a little too underwhelming. And Singapore, if they want to be able to survive the fight to the playoffs, this is no if, buts, or maybes. They need to win this, right? Because Waffles Monster right now, they have got 6 points on the board. And, Crazy Lagoon being defeated means that, they do not go over them. But the ones that have defeated Crazy Lagoon is Team Flash. Team Flash right now was in 6 points as well, but they have now picked up 3 more and are above Waffles Monster, which means the fight for the top 4 just got a little bit more difficult for Waffles Monster. It's no if, buts, or maybes. They need to get this done, and they need to get it done right, or not, the playoffs just might not have space for them, Uwu.
Do agree. Waffle Monster, they might be a victim of Last Wolf bite, but can they turn things around? So we're gonna take a look at a bit of the stats, a bit of how they are playing it off. I'm just basing on some prediction. They might play a bit of turtle, they might play a bit more defensive, read out the enemy, seeing how Last Wolf is being played off. They might drop, as you can see, they dropped the first series. It might be time for them to learn. Okay, this is how Last Wolf is playing, this is how Last Wolf will perform. Set 2, the 3rd series, the 4th and the 5th one. Maybe there's something there that they can do to turn things around. I think this is a learning phase from the side of Waffle Monster. They love to see how the enemy plays it off, then try to mount a comeback game. But seeing how Last Wolf, that is a momentum booster, that's a morale booster, that is a player booster for them. Like, they might be able to go in with that momentum and kick off and throw the side of Waffle Monster off a bit. We have to see the second set. We will be going into the second set. It will be Siege. Some assembly required will be the map. Waffle Monster, are they able to answer to the question that they have faced up against the last Wolf? This is going to be it.
Oh, our Big Will managing to shut down the side of Waffles Monster early on. M's taking on M's, and Greek just not playing it well. Gets sprayed down by our Big Will, and our Big Will opportunity. One more spray should be able to eliminate Greek. 2 times in a row, our Big Will has gone in here for the drop, and Last Wolf now on with the 4 bolts, but that has been equalized by Waffles Monster. Neither side can ease the pressure off the gas now as they will continue this fight in here, Uwu.
Ooh, looking at how Greek finally picking up the revenge, and Waffle Monster does have the lead with the bolts. They are sitting at 8. Last Wolf have 6. 10 seconds left. Can Waffle Monster hold on to the lead and stop the progression of Last Wolf? They might be able to summon the first siege bot. It will be a level 12. Last Wolf, this time, they need to show us, can they stop this siege bot?
Oh, Siege Bot goes in, but being prevented. Pushed away just a little bit, but game over as the Singaporeans managed to drop in and give the Siege Bot a little bit of support as it is going in and dropping all of the damage against the safe. And that was all that it took. An early finisher in here, a quick one being pulled off by the Singaporeans. But Last Wolf, they have already proven that they cannot be counted out just yet, Ubu.
To agree with you, Last Wolf, they might drop the first round of the second set. They still have a chance to tie things off and turn things around. But seeing how Waffle Monster, they have assessed the situation, they have answered it, and they have proven that, alright, looks like we have a threat to deal with. They will deal with it slowly but surely. Very slow advancement from the side of Waffle Monster. They want to take things slow. They want to make sure that the Predator feels like a prey right now. A slow dissection of the wolf. Can they repeat the same formula? We have to see.
Well, Greek once again shut down by our Big Will. I think we are coming to see exactly who the better M's player is, being able to spray him down time and time again. And now Rekka Emka takes Kid Drunken out of the equation, and a level 1 siege bot is what Waffles Monster will need to deal with. It's not too much at all. Rekka Emka steps in front. Oh, goodness me, but the siege bot is still walking, pushing up forth. Our Big Will dropping in for the assist as well. Siege bot still making its way towards the safe, and finally they will be able to drop it, but the damage has already been done. 31% taken off of the safe here.
Yeah, 31% from the side of Last Wolf have been taken off, but for the side of Waffle Monster, they do have a good lead right now. Can they extend it? They are going for the aggression. Kid Drunken, look at it, playing very aggressively. They are going for the push. They do have the extra bolts in hand. It will be a level 4 siege bolt. Can this bot be able to deal more damage compared to that level 1?
Oh, our Big Will once again going in for Greek, but this time Greek will be able to shut him down. And this is it, man. Once again, game might just be over. Drunken sending in that bouncing ball, hitting our Big Will on the way as well, helping Greek just take him down. And Ems might just get shut down, but beautiful play by our Big Will makes sure that he still survives. 140 HP now. He backs away. Greek goes in for the final shot, still not able to get it done. Backup coming through, but he will get eliminated. Rekka Emka gets dropped first. Our Big Will still manages to take that kill up. And Waffles Monster hit the level 12 siege bot. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's no way Last Wolf can stop this now.
Yeah, this is going to be super hard for the side of Last Wolf. MK trying to do his best to hold on, but the bot will have a left and a right hook. And that will be lights out for the side of Last Wolf, dropping the second set. Ooh, looks like Waffle Monster they have read out how Last Wolf play, and they have put all the plan that they have onto the table now.
Yeah, I'm scared again, man. I'm scared for Last Wolf. They took a amazing opener of the series, managing to pull that victory off of, the side of Waffles Monster. But in game number 2, so weak showing in some assembly required, some tactics required as well from the side of Last Wolf if they want to be able to pull anything away. And here's the thing, right? It's similarly to some assembly required. Safe zone needs to be played as well. The biggest difference here is there will be no siege bots to help you at safe zone. The more aggressive team will be able to make their way up into the mid section of the map, and from there, if you do bring the thrower, if you do bring those long range engaging brawlers in here, you should be able to get the damage done onto the safe from the mid section of the map itself. Just like how we saw Sunnyside Up lose it to Team Flash by allowing the early entrance into the midsection of the map. Will we see one of the teams make that mistake? Will we also see an equal response in terms of the composition of the brawlers that are pulled into this map? We should... I hope I do get to see the Sprout get brought in here. Sprout will be super duper effective. There is some grass for him to go in and mulch as well. There will be the hedge that he can drop and block off the entry points, especially in the mid section of the game. Can you imagine, Uwu? We bring in a combination of Amber as well as Sprout. You get Amber to move on to the right-hand side of the map. You burn all of the tall grassy areas. You get the Sprout to block off the mid section of the map, and then you send in a thrower together with the Sprout, or a assassin an assassin, a sharpshooter together with that Sprout to get that damage done from the midsection all the way to the safe. I think that is a play that we can definitely anticipate from Waffles Monster. Let's see if or not they do go ahead to pull that off. Get Drunken gonna be dropping in here together with Noping as well as Greek, taking on the side of Last Wolf. Farhan bringing that Piper in, managing to take Get Drunken out so early.
Oh, Farhan plays sneaky, will be punished for being too aggressive. Last Wolf, they need to replicate the aggression that they have from the first set, the first game, onto this against Waffle Monster. Meanwhile, for the side of Waffle Monster, they need to respond towards the aggression of Last Wolf. Look at Last Wolf this time. They are not afraid at all.
Wow, man. Our Big Will finally stepping it up, man. I am so happy to see this side of Last Wolf. At the start of the competition, I've been saying how amazing they were at the ladders, how amazing they were at the play-ins, but just not showing it at this stage of the competition, not showing up at the Challenger at all. But now 30% they've taken off the save of Waffles Monster. But 1 minute left on the clock means the Singaporeans can still make a comeback in here. Ooh, but a great start nonetheless from Last Wolf.
Oh my God, Farhan, I do believe in comeback, but looking at the pace and the style of Last Wolf, they will try to deny Waffle Monster of that luxury to get a comeback at all. Okay, Dragon once again, but look at the map itself. The mid has been clear of Waffle Monster answering back towards the aggression of Last Wolf, and here you have it. This could be your answer. They might tie things off. They have the advantage right now. 65% against 61%. 65 for the side of Waffle Monster.
Our Big Will, man, he might be able to pull this headbutt off. Our Big Will, can they shut him down? Colette is definitely going to be very dangerous. But look at Noping, look at Greek. They are already going in for the in-way towards the safe. And Last Wolf dropping so much of HP. But look, the response coming in from the other end as well. Get Drunken, will he be able to get it done? But instead, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Last Wolf gets shut down, and Waffles Monster pulls off an amazing backdoor entry and takes apart the Indonesians piece by piece to pick that victory up.
Yeah, looking at that game itself, looking at that fight itself, Last Wolf, they took a bit of risk at the end. They're going to go for
Yeah.
the final push and the final rush itself, but they didn't expect that from the side of Waffle Monster. They went for the same aggression. They have no fear. Fine, you send Farhan alone to go and chip onto our safe. We will come in full force. We send 2 people
Yeah.
and try to chip as much as we can. And Waffle Monster, they managed to deal the chip. They managed to go for the damage and seal the first one itself. They still have one more to seal off the third set.
Oh, absolutely, man. Are we going to be able to see them pull it in the bag, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Even if they do, Waffles Monster, it's not the end for them just yet. They will have to go into match number 4, set number 4, and do the exact same thing yet again because of what Last Wolf has already pulled in earlier on today. Some assembly required. That was a great response by the Singaporeans. And as we drop into safe zone, Waffles Monster has actually made a pretty good comeback in that game, Uvu. But they cannot leave it to chance. They cannot leave it to a comeback gameplay once again because Last Wolf clearly is desperate for the win, and they are able to take it as well at the expense of the Waffles Monster squad. Let's see if or not this happens. Rekka MK coming in here for the invade real early, dropping in so much of damage towards that save.
Looking at the side of Last Wolf, I do agree with you that the desperation, this is the time from the side of Last Wolf. They want to turn things around. They want to mount a comeback. And here we go. We do get to see how Last Wolf answered that. They have managed to do 22% of damage onto Waffle Monster, yet they have not received any at all.
Okay, now let's see if or not the comeback will be possible here because Last Wolf has been playing this to perfection. Now Kid Drunken going in for the push. Might get snuffed out by our big wall here who is playing the Amber to perfection. Greek goes in for a quick shot against the Last Wolf save. A quick headbutt in and out will bring it down to 87%. But look at the save of Waffles Monster on the other hand. Farhan has been able to play this to perfection, going in for the back-to-back hit. But unfortunately, the Singaporeans will not be able to aggress up at all. I think Last Wolf is playing this so well, Uwu.
Yeah, agree with you. The Last Wolf is playing a by Rekka MK, taking out Kid Drunken. Look at Rekka MK, having no fear, trying to walk into the side of the save. Will not be able to deal any damage at all, but 39% left on the side of Waffle Monster. 39 seconds left on the timer. Last Wolf, they are pretty happy with what they have. They can continue for the defense.
Oh, absolutely, man. 25 seconds means Waffles Monster might not be able to make a comeback. Greek now looking to go in for a quick headbutt, but will be met by Farhan. Will be able to take that headbutt anyway and give his life as well. Colette might be able to get the damage done, but if she gets caught out, that's exactly what happens. Noping now trying to make the difference, but this is all over. Last Wolf will be able to push us into round number 3 of set number 3.
Yeah, Last Wolf, they are trying their best. They are mounting a comeback. Looks like there is still strength in this old Wolf, but Waffle Monster, they have to be careful. They should not let the momentum swing in favor of the enemies at all. And I'm not sure what is happening to the side of Waffle Monster. It's really surprising seeing the game plan, the game style that they are bringing to the table. Something different, something unorthodox this time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, you know, unfortunately for Waffles Monster, they will just have to deal with this from Last Wolf, right? This is the last-ditch attempt from a team that, you know, almost got counted out, quite honestly, already got counted out. And they are now playing the redemption arc for themselves to show that, look, we may be down, but we're definitely not out of the competition just yet. But the fight is definitely a long and hard one because no matter what they do, Waffles Monster always has a answer, right? Waffles Monster now pushing them into round number 3 because they managed to pick out the very first round within set number 3 itself. Last Wolf making that comeback, but can they make that comeback of perfection by taking 2 rounds back to back? Because if they're able to do that, I think this just automatically became the most exciting series of the day.
Do agree with you. Like today, we have seen so much. The first one, it was a good appetizer with a 3-0. Then we do have the second set. The second matchup was Byron against Super Suprema. That was a bit tip clenching. The third matchup was Jupiter against Crazy Lagoon. It was a 3-0. David was a Goliath sweep, but right now we are at the 4th matchup. Waffle Monster, Last Wolf. A lot of people count out Last Wolf, but Last Wolf, they are biting back. They are shouting back at the enemy and all the haters.
Oh, I love the composition, the team setup that is brought in by both of the teams. Very, very strong to take this map. Piper getting dropped there by Noping. But Noping is not able to aggress because Rekka Emka has brought the Byron in. Only a madman will take that straight up fight against the Byron, whose reach is just so long. Our Bigwell coming in forward onto the stage, but immediately gets snuffed out by Kid Drunken. 87-83. Waffles Monster now losing more HP on their save as Farhan this time round comes in and drops those sharpshooter shots. Our Bigwell going to take another dig at the save, manages to take down another 2,800 away.
Yeah, looking at the pull from the side of Last Wolf, they are trying to do it. Feels like a 50-50 game play between these two teams. Kid Drunken, perfect timing with his shot, but from the side of Last Wolf, they had the aggression. They know how to choke down the side of Waffle Monster. The player from the side of Waffle Monster, they are suffocating to this aggression of Last Wolf. It is just so aggressive, 56% to 63%. Quite close of a game. This is just the third one. Woo! Last Wolf going in for more damage.
Oh, absolutely, man. Look at Greek dropping our Bigwell, and now Greek dropping up. Can we see him go in for the shots against the safe? He should have the reach, goes in for the quick toss, will be able to light up the area in front of the safe just a little bit. Noping unable to take the shots up because our Bigwell is back, and our Bigwell is looking for yet another headbutt, but gets taken out by Greek. Kid Drunken now with the opportunity to aggress forward. 8 more seconds in here. Drunken dropping in all of the damage. 6% more, but our Bigwell! Our Bigwell with the save! Our Bigwell absorbing all of that damage to keep the hope up for Last Wolf.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a series to watch out for. Waffle Monster, a lot of people putting a lot of support onto them, but I guess the Last Wolf, the team from Indonesia, they are not bowing down. And at this point and at this stage of the tournament, they are still giving all they can. These guys, they have my respect.
Yes, man. Where was this side of Waffles Monster? Where was this side of Last Wolf all along, right? And I do understand that they started off the competition taking on some of the stronger teams, but they did go up against teams that quite technically they should have been able to defeat as well, based on their current showing, based on their current impressive way they are taking some of these games, based on the impressive way they're coming in with the composition of their lineup as well. It should have been more than enough to take all of the teams previously, but I don't know, right? But what I am more interested in is the fact that they have managed to get it done. They've managed to improve in such a short amount of time, Uwu, to entertain us with the final series of the day. Quite honestly, it doesn't really matter to me, right? Last Wolf has managed to win my heart. Last Wolf has managed to win my respect already, regardless of what they do up to this, whether or not they do qualify for the playoffs. Dude, I'm a huge fan already, and I cannot wait to see what else they can bring in. Because if just 4 days in the group stages of getting their butts kicked, has pushed them to improve this much. I want to see what they'll bring in as the seasons of Brawl Stars within the ESL Mobile itself continues to grow.
Yeah, definitely would love to see Last Wolf making a comeback. They are right in this season, might not be a good record for them, but they have earned and have get a lot of respect, a lot of love from everyone. They are putting up a fight. They are not backing down. They are not giving up at all. I would love to see if they can close today with a win, getting more and than a redemption itself.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The Challenge Grand Finals, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Moustache Show excellently called it the playoffs earlier. My most humble apologies for that. But let's see exactly who will make it to the Challenge Finals. Noping, Greek, as well as Kid Drunken. Kid Drunken bringing the Sprout in this time. Greek will be playing the Tick. But quite a almost mirror on the other side. Our Biggle brings the Tick as well. Farhan with the pick of the Piper. Noping bringing in the Byron this time round. Should be able to pick the blue star, but a well-placed nade by our Big will make sure he delays the move a little bit. Waffle's Monster have already managed to get 1 kill so far, and they now can play defensive.
Yeah, they have to play a bit defensive. Kid Drunken almost getting pop right. Sitting at 2k health. Quite low. Our Big on the other hand is playing very sneaky, going for the side poke right now. Does have a lot of setup that they can do from the side of Last Wolf. Still have time, 55 seconds on the clock, but Waffle Monster picking up another kill in the bag for them.
Okay, now let's see if or not Noping as well as Kid Drunken will be able to aggress up front and hold the line of Last Wolf back. Rekka MK going in for the aggressive push, and they managed to just like that pick up 5 stars for their side. And Last Wolf also has a blue star. Oh, make that 8 because Greek just got dropped.
Oh my god, Last Wolf. Really, they have the fight in them. They are not giving out. Don't count it out at all costs. Oh my god, Rekka MK, he is just on point. Slaughter with all the shots.
My God. Wow, Uwu. What are we witnessing here? And why the hell have we not been able to see this side of Last Wolf in the competition thus far? So aggressive, so well played, so tactically pushed forth, so well taken each and every single one of these fights. Mechanically, they've stepped up their abilities to take some of these engagements as well. And they've gotten a little bit smarter, haven't they? They've gotten a little bit smarter as to when they start any one of these fights. And the communication within the squad itself has definitely improved. They are worlds apart from where they were in the first 2 weeks of the group stages.
Do agree with you. It's like this is a brand new team, a different team compared to the first few days of Last Wolf. This is just something extraordinary to look at. Last Wolf performing and putting up a fight against Waffle Monster. Waffle Monster might got caught out of surprise. The same thing happening in this second round. Can Last Wolf repeat the same formula that they have?
Now they need to. They desperately need to. They've already picked up 1 win, and this is their opportunity to now shut this down and take the win over Waffle's Monster. Take the win over the entirety of the series. Greek trying to aggress forth, but our Big Wall a little bit too dangerous. But the blue star is with the side of Waffle's Monster, and Last Wolf desperately are looking for the takedown. Kid Drunken will be able to aggress forth and push back the side of Farhan, who needs to recover. Our Big Wall, on the other hand, will be able to use the grassy areas to back away. But the 1 star still in hand. Neither side has lost any players just yet.
Yeah, I'd like to see how Last Wolf answer to this. How are they gonna approach at this defensive side of Waffle Monster? They are not going for the risk. Kid Drunken this time will be playing with his teammate instead of going too aggressive. But for the side of Last Wolf, they are thinking about it. They are waiting for it. No ping, able to pick up the first blood, giving them 3 stars right now for the side of War for Monster. Last Wolf, they are so close for closure. 23 seconds left. Look at Farhan. This might be a desperate move coming from the side of Last Wolf. They might be getting punished if they are too offensive here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But this time, I'm afraid Last Wolf has taken this a little bit too carefully because they want to assure and confirm the win for themselves. Final attack will be pushed through by the side of Last Wolf, but just a few seconds too late. If at all they had gone in there for the aggressive push a few moments on earlier, the probability of getting the win would have just shot up tremendously, and now they have given Waffles Monster an opportunity to make a comeback, which I don't think is the best of situations for Last Wolf to put themselves in after doing so well.
Yep, do agree with you. Last Wolf, they need to remain composure. They have to recollect themselves. This is the last few seconds that they have before jumping into the game itself. Look at how they play.
Yeah.
The second game itself, they play a bit much more slower. I agree with what you say.
Yeah.
They were playing a bit much more safer, not trying to do much at all. But look at Last Wolf this time. They are clearing out the side of the lab, opening up the defense, opening up the map of Waffle Monster. Look at how aggressive this time is coming from the side of Last Wolf.
Yeah, man, Kid Drunken taking the opportunity to pick up the blue star, and Noping dropping Rekka Emka, who was trying to take the star back from Kid Drunken. And that's it, man. Last Wolf has made 2 back-to-back mistakes that they now need to recover from. They need to be able to eliminate both Noping as well as Kid Drunken. Can they make the push in here? They need to ignore the tick for the time being. If they are able to take out Kid Drunken mainly and then Greek at the very least, they will have a strong chance of getting the victory here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and just closing the series of finally pulling their very first victory in the competition. Are we going to be able to see Rekka Emka go in here for the reckless push and also get lucky with it? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Noping will be pushing him away from the lines, and 40 seconds left on the clock. Last Wolf have not asked any good questions just yet.
Yeah, Last Wolf, they have to mount out. 30 seconds left on the clock. 5 stars in difference. If they can make a push, they might be able to tie things off and mount a comeback. But look at this, Kid Drunken getting out of position. Abigo going for the aggressive. There you go. That's one pick. That is a mistake from the side of Waffle Monster. Oh, here comes the aggression. Here comes the Wolf. Can they able fight things off? A Waffle Monster will shut things down.
Oh, so close. Just a little bit more and they would have been able to punish that cheeky little move so badly. And Waffles Monster really playing their luck there. But fortunately for them, they were able to pick the victory up and save themselves. The fight is still on Uwu, but my oh my dear man, I did not expect it to be this tight between the two.
Yeah, I did not expect that Waffle Monster be dropping some games against Last Wolf, but seeing how Last Wolf, they are giving up their best. They did drop a couple of games, but then seeing how they mount back, see how they stand back up, they learn from the mistake and they try to improve. Can they finally get a win? This is going to be really interesting to see if Last Wolf can shut things off and shut down Waffle Monster.
Yo, absolutely, man. And, the opportunity for Last Wolf, it's not going to come in abundance. They need to pull this off. Now is the time. Can they finally get it done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Safe Zone was definitely not an easy matchup at all for them to take up in here. But as we go into dry season, things just got so much more difficult for them, right? And Bounty is just the sort of game where as long as you are able to aggress and pick the blue star up first, you definitely have the advantage in your side. And the complication here is going in for the blue star early on. Both sides need to play it a little carefully. You cannot go and drop a death towards your opponents because you will be giving them a few extra bounty for their side. So I feel like Last Wolf played that to perfection. Waffles Monster just being a little too careful. But now it drops to the gem grab. This is the most basic, the mode that everyone starts off with when they go ahead and download Brawl Stars. Let's see who picks off the win here, Uwu.
Yeah, definitely this is going to be back to basic foundation. Last vote, I feel like the pressure, the tension that builds up this whole matchup finally caught up onto them, and Waffle Monster, just back on to the momentum that they have.
Oh, absolutely. Kid Drunken now trying to take down our Big Wall. No ping in here as well. Our Big Wall finally will not get shut down. Still alive. How's this guy even doing it?
Yeah, our Big Wall still staying alive. No ping, just did one jab. He is so desperate. Countdown begins. Blue team, they are just gonna play it much more safer. Look at Kid Drunken playing it sneaky, just waiting for anyone. And there you go. Takes out Farhan. He will try to take out our Big Wall, but no ping. Holding on to the dead 10 jab. Secure the first one for them. So close, but yet so far.
Well played.
Can Last Wolf turn things around?
Yeah, man. I mean, with the opportunity for them to take it, clearly a very aggressive game from the get-go from Waffles Monster, and the ability to pick all of those gems up in gem grab definitely obviously starts the countdown and gets you the win. But as far as the game mode goes, it's a very, very straightforward game to go in and approach and get the win. But when you're taking on a team that has been able to stand up and mechanically pull off some of the best games against you, then, things start to get a little bit, sticky. Things start to get a little bit more tougher. And that's exactly what Last Wolf has been doing against Waffles Monster here, making it so difficult for them to pick victories up. But in that round, it just changed, didn't it? Waffles Monster showing us the aggressive side, that they are able to pick those gems up. No ping just aggressing up for so many a times. Let's see if Farhan will be able to do the same this time round.
Yeah, Farhan needs to change the tide, needs to mount a comeback, needs to turn things around. No ping this time, sitting at 50 health. He's so close to death. Has to be careful, but for the side of Last Wolf, they have already collected 5 gems, 6 gems right now. Waffle Monster looks like they got outran and outplayed.
But let's see exactly who will be able to get this victory, ladies and gentlemen, boys. So gem grab is the final set of the day. We have been pushed into set number 5. Let's see if or not this series can fall to the Indonesians, who are looking for their very, very first victory of the group stages. No ping now, picking up third gem. If no ping gets dropped, and if Rekka, MK, and Farhan can go in here for those picks, they should be able to finish this off. Farhan aggressing forward, but he cannot overstep his boundaries. Beautiful play coming through now. No ping aggressing up. All the gems getting dropped. And Waffles Monsters, they start to come down.
Oh no, Waffle Monster, this is what they want, giving an upset, giving false hope to the side of Last Wolf, but Last Wolf trying to run towards the enemy 1 second, and that is it. Waffle Monster. Woo-wee.
I'm just disappointed, man. Now I'm legit disappointed, right? Because Last Wolf, they got me excited. Last Wolf made me think that they could slay the Singaporeans. Last Wolf made me think they were hungry and they wanted to eat some waffles like a monster. But unfortunately for them, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Greek, Kid Drunken, as well as Snoping managed to slay and take the victory. A well-fought, hard-fought victory at that Ubu.
Yeah, congratulations to Waffle Monster. But for me, I still have a lot of respect to the side of Last Wolf. They did their best. They put everyone on the map, especially for their own team itself. They managed to pick up 2 sets out of the 5 sets. That's a good achievement for them. They proved to a lot of people that they are still a team that you don't count them out. You don't give up on them. And well, even though they dropped this matchup, they did their best. I definitely see a lot of bright opportunity for them. But Waffle Monster, they are the better team for this matchup.
Yeah, and that also means that Last Wolf is on their 5th match losing streak, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That's the 5th series that they've dropped in a row. But here is the bright side of that story. In the first 3 series that they took, they lost 0-3, 0-3, 0-3, and the past 2 days of the competition, they've managed to push both of their opponents into series number 5. My apologies, into set number 5 within their series itself. And whether or not we will be able to see them go past those 2 victories within a series, only time will be able to tell. But as all of these series as well as games break down and come to an end, it just looks like it is absolutely impossible for Last Wolf to now make it to the challenge finals. Let's take a quick look at the analysis of the game here to just once again break down exactly how did the Singaporean side take this victory against Last Wolf here.
Yeah, looking at how the side of Waffle Monster, the first one was a bit of an upset, was a bit of surprise as well, seeing how Last Wolf, they're just playing on point. They're just playing based on what they know that they have to control and dictate the whole situation. But on the second one, I feel every time Last Wolf they go onto stage, they always throw a bit of funky game plan into that, and then just got outplayed.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate for them, right? They should have just taken the straightforward way and matchup that they that they could have gone in with. But it's okay, because the comeback play was definitely alive when we dropped into set number 3 at Heist here.
Do see that how Last Wolf, they are fighting for all they can, and they managed to take off a lot of damage. It was surprising to see that Last Wolf, they are able to put up a fight against Waffle Monster. Waffle Monster just got caught out in surprise.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And those were the 2 series that, Waffles Monster picked up for themselves to keep this fight alive. But unfortunately for them, as far as the other sets were concerned, we did see the side of Waffles Monster just fight it all the way back through. Last Wolf unable to show us the perfection that they were showing us in set number 1 and 3 there.
Yep, I do agree. Seeing from on the set number 4 itself, Bounty Dry Season, seeing how Last Wolf been playing, it's a bit. They're playing too safe. It feels like they are worried to force a mistake. It's fine to force a mistake at that stage. At least they will learn what is happening. You know how the gameplay is being played out. But the moment they enter the last fight, the last mode itself, jam grab on double swoosh itself, it feels like they're just panicking that could it be the end for them, or could it be a win for them? They're just balancing themselves on the teeter-totter and just trying to figure out, we are so close, but we are not there yet. So I think they need to have that self-confidence. Like, all right, we got the win, we pick up one. Let's keep on continuing with the same confidence, same aggression. Go for the aggression. It's okay to drop the game. You still have a chance. You still have opportunity to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know what? I'm really, really proud of Last Wolf. When you, you represent your country, when you represent your team, you drop in here for a victory. If you don't get it, yes, it can be disappointing, but to be able to see how much they have improved in the span of the group stages itself, it really, really is exciting to even think about how far this team can take some of these fights in the future. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will have to pay a little bit of attention to our winners of that series, Waffles Monster, and we now have got Greek here for an interview session. Let's bring him on. Hey there, buddy. Congratulations on your win. And I see you've got your Brawl Stars plushie right there beside you.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
And is Spike your favorite brawler to use in the game, or is he just your favorite in terms of the plushie?
No, in fact, I'm his favorite brawler to use because actually Spike was playing the whole game just now.
Fair enough, man. Greek, walk me through what happened in the opening. What happened at Hot Zone? How did you guys even lose Hot Zone, man?
I think we kind of just had a little bit too much fun, but it was all good because we know we can win them after all. So we might, we just want to have a little bit of fun, maybe like just to put ourselves in, difficult situations and see how we can escape from there, just to spice things up a little bit. But I mean, at the end of the day, there are 2 monthly finalists, and then also they claim to be the number 1 in Indonesia, so we cannot underestimate them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was quite a amazing victory that you guys have taken off. But a little bit of too much fun in set number 1. You guys are paid heavily for that. But set number 2, the comeback was great. Ubu, a question from you, buddy.
I guess it was all part of a plan for the side of Waffle Monster, but seeing how they are playing, they are able to bounce back. Were you guys surprised to go up against Last Wolf and seeing their performance?
Not really, as like we know that we are definitely all better skilled, and then we can perform better as a team as compared to last. So I mean, no disrespect to them, but then we know and we are confident heading into today's game. So we just just got thrown off a little bit, and then was just a little bit distracted.
Okay, I want to know, towards game number 5, were you guys nervous? Were you guys thinking, oh crap, maybe we shouldn't have fooled around a little too much?
I would say a little bit. It made my teammates sweat a little bit, but then we were confident because we won our lanes, and then I was on the Ember on the right lane, so I was shutting down the Tara with the from Max, and then Junton was doing a good job on the left side with Tara against the Ember, so we did pretty good.
Absolutely, man. Okay, I'll give you the next one, and I'll take the last one later, buddy.
Yep, sure. Last question for me, then I guess AJ Mustacho will have the last one. How are you guys gonna go up against a remaining team that you guys haven't played? Anything that you guys have in mind, the back of your mind? Like, are you guys gonna fool around like how you guys did today, or is just going to be all out serious after this?
I mean, the last 2 opponents are, if I'm not wrong, is Trupa and Flash, I believe. And I mean, they're both the big titans in this competition as well as in their respective regions. So that means that, we are coming in as the underdogs. We have nothing to lose against them. But we will definitely try our best and, try to give them a run for their money.
Absolutely, man. And I think based on what you guys have shown today, it most definitely will be possible, minus the fooling, the monkeying around. But what is a little bit of a competition without some fun, right? Greek, here's one thing that I want to ask of you. Do you have a shout out towards your next 2 opponents that you will be facing in the competition for the group stages? Like you've mentioned, you will be going up against Tropa Suprema as well as Team Flash from Singapore. Do you have a friendly message to send out to them before you do meet them?
I mean, well, they are like the top 2 of their region. So I mean, like I said, we have nothing to lose. So we'll give them our best shot. So just may the best team wins and good luck.
Yeah, fair enough, buddy. And on that note, congratulations once again on your win. Good luck for the remainder of the group stages. You have a good day there.
Thank you.
All right, cheers. Bye, Spike.
Bye bye.
All right, there you go. And now we know, man, they were taking it easy, but I don't know how brilliant that plan was, right? They almost paid a heavy price for that one.
Agreed. It was really risky seeing how they play it off, but we have seen all 4 matchup. Let's take a look at what have happened on the standing. This is going to be really, really interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And of course, Tropa Suprema will be able to, jump up towards the top, but then they will not be able to sit in that number 1 position. Why? Because unfortunately, unlike Jupiter, they have not had the perfect run in the competition so far. Jupiter still remains supreme at the very top, even above Tropa Suprema with the 15 points. Byro in the 3rd position, making Singapore proud. Team Flash playing catch-up with Byro in that 4th spot. Waffles Monster, after their performance in here today, have managed to climb up to the 5th position, but they are not in the clear just yet. Do not forget, the top 4 will go on to the finals of the ESL Mobile Challenge. Crazy Lagoon in the 6th position with the 3 points. Sunny Side Up 3 points, the 7th spot. And Last Wolf, unfortunately, will be sitting down at the very bottom of the board. But hey, at least these guys have managed to excite us today. I want to see what else Last Wolf has.
Yeah, definitely would love to see what Last Wolf will do for the last few games. But seeing the mid card, Byro, Team Flash, Waffle Monster, they are just fighting for the last two opportunity, as they are all tied up on points itself. Just gonna see what are they going to bring onto the table, especially all 3 of them is from Singapore. Oh, this is just going to be really interesting to see the last few matches to play it out. The top 2 might get a bit of prediction, and definitely will see Jupiter passing through, but Tropa Suprema, they are not out of the woods yet.
Not yet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now let's jump over to the schedule for tomorrow as to what you can expect. We will be having 4 series back-to-back, just as usual. We'll open the day up with Jupiter taking on Byro, which is definitely going to be the biggest highlight of the day. Let's see if or not the Singaporeans who are leading the board, leading in terms of carrying their flag in the Brawl Stars challenge here so far, whether or not they can defeat Jupiter. Definitely a tall task, but if anyone can do it at this point, it is them. Last Wolf will be taking on Crazy Lagoon in series number 2, and then Tropa Suprema will be meeting Sunny Side Up. And to wrap the day up, Team Flash will be meeting the Waffles Monster for a Singapore showdown.
Ooh, the matchup for tomorrow starts off hot and it ends hot as well. Ooh, this is going to be a very interesting day. We might be able to see 2 series that is going to be all out 5 sets. Meanwhile, might be quite a sweep in the middle, but we will see tomorrow what will happen. But definitely feel like the start will be really interesting to see how Jupiter defend their clean streak. Meanwhile, Byro tried to defy the law of the game and try to break the streak.
Yeah, man. And they were close. They were close to breaking it, but unfortunately, we just didn't see Waffles Monster give them the space to do so. The first and third games, the first and third sets that they took, of course, were beautiful, of course, were perfect. but just wasn't enough to slay the Singaporeans. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name's AJ. I'm the Mustachio, down here with the one and only Adrian Hendricks, aka Uwu the Magical, bringing you all of the hottest action from the ESL Mobile Challenge for Brawl Stars. This is the end of the show. We have had an amazing journey here today, and we cannot wait to bring you the action tomorrow. We'll catch you.
Before we jump into the next one, here's a quick reminder for all of you mobile gamers out there. The ESL Mobile Open is just around the corner, so head over to Twitter right now and get all of those details. Tell your friends, build a team, and earn a spot in the finals.
Feel the lights, see the stage, hear the vibe. Pumped up to get ready for the fight. Big dreams, one chance, be the star. I'm the winner coming out of the dark.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. That's how we know when we level up. Yeah, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level